are live, everyone. Hi, thanks for joining us on this 75th edition of Playtest This. Um, our scheduled guest, I don't know, couldn't make it or something. I don't know what happened. Hopefully he's okay. But so I'm gonna stand in with Wildwood, um, which I am still doing some last minute uh, tweaking, but it'll come out at some point soon through 25th Century. So hopefully you guys like it and think it's enjoyable. And half of the art that is done that you can see is done by Beth Sobel, who obviously is an amazing artist. But joined today am I by this star-studded panel. Sasha, introduce yourself.
Oh, hello. My name is Sasha Jelton. I'm a designer in Portland, Oregon. I teach board game design to elementary middle school kids. And I just love talking game design and playing lots of games, playtesting, and also Playtest PDX is something that I help run here in Portland for organizing local events and stuff. So all about the board game design community.
Awesome. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Eric, who are you and why should publishers sign all of your games?
Oh, publishers should sign my games because they are the best you could possibly find that are unsigned. They're the gems of the industry that are going unnoticed, including Pop NATO that I'll be pitching at Gen Con in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Eric Ledger. I am a hobbyist board game designer. I started the meetup group for Sacramento board game designers. If you're in the Sacramento area, we meet every other Wednesday. We also have a Facebook page, and when I'm not designing board games, I'm lawyering for the state.
Yeah.
Yes.
Back to lawyering.
Yes.
Brian.
Loitering or
Lawyering. When I'm not interpreting board game rules, I'm interpreting. Board game rules are real rules. I was gonna say real rules, but I don't know. Yeah.
Law.
No.
Interpreting
The law.
Brian, who the heck are you, and what are you doing here? And can people find and play your upcoming titles at Gen Con?
Brian Picarillo. I run Amber Leaf Games, a small game design studio out of Portland, Maine. I will be at Gen Con in 2 weeks, and I'll be running some games of Fame and Fortune. So look that up. It's with an ampersand sign. Yeah, been doing this for about 2 years. I love this group. Excited to play this game. And thanks for having me.
Cool. Yeah, thanks for jumping in. Sweet. It's a 4-player game, so we can just play the dang thing. Oh, I'm Evan Halbert, designer of After the Empire Go. Obviously, you should buy many copies, at least 47, if not even more. Yeah.
More.
More. What am I at?
Yeah. You're in the 80s at this point.
Oh wait, hold on. He just emailed me. Let's see. Let's see what the email.
All right.
Shocking new information has come to light, everyone.
Oh no.
I did get an email from. Oh, but wait. Okay, how do I do this now that I've closed
It's
out?
riveting.
I know. How do I do this now that I've closed out all of my browsers? Via telephone. That's how. He says, "Hey Evan, are we still on or something came up? Question mark. Thanks." Oh.
Did you not send him the Zoom link?
I did the classic thing where you respond to yourself.
Oh.
Instead of him.
We're still on, sir.
Yikes.
He's patiently waiting in his living room.
Yikes.
All right. Everybody just leave.
Scatter.
It's never happened. No, just kidding.
Oh no. Okay. All right. Maybe.
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay waiting around if he wants to join us.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a 2-player game, so that's something.
That's okay. I'm just gonna watch then. And if somebody wants to
do a tournament,
if somebody wants to take off and sleep, that's cool. Or we can all just hang out and make fun of.
Yeah, I'm cool just hanging out. And role playing.
I'm the same. So either way.
Cool. All right. Well, now
I was definitely looking forward to abducting some humans.
Mhm.
now I think he has.
I mean, technically, Sasha and I could play on a team because we always.
oh,
Yeah,
we
we
could do
do the
teams.
same
I mean,
moves.
We are the exact same player.
We can do
basically.
teams. You and Sasha versus me and Brian. Okay,
There you
that'd be
go.
fun. That'd be fun.
Yeah. But we need to have like separate chats so we can like strategize.
This is getting way beyond my technical capacity.
No, I know.
I know you can do breakout rooms in Zoom. I don't know how to. Let's see. There we go. Yeah. So hopefully he'll pop up here any moment. In the meantime, oh look, we've got TK, we've got Fritz.
Oh, yeah. So
Oh,
check out the chat popping off.
Yeah.
Look at these people in chat.
I know, right?
Howdy, howdy.
All right. So the guy has the link. He should show up any second. So everyone at home, in case you didn't see what happened, I sent the guy a bunch of emails and was like, "Man, this dude just doesn't want to show up." I sent him the link. And then I checked, and I had replied to myself, and I never sent the guy the link. And he sent me an email saying, "We're still doing this?"
Wow.
And here he is. And now I can apologize to him in person.
It's okay, son.
You just got to witness my tech unsavviness unfolding before your very eyes. Oh, yikes.
It's a modern marvel. You're still alive.
It is a modern marvel.
Hello,
I'm
hello.
still alive. Brad, can you hear us?
I can now. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, so I did the thing where I responded to myself a bunch.
I kind of saw that, yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, geez, I guess he's just not coming." And then you were like, "Geez, he never sent me the thing." So let's go ahead and get into your mod. Do you have a TTS up or not just yet?
Yeah, I created a server, her room.
Will it fit a bunch of people, or should we just?
I set it up for 3 people for some reason, so I see a bunch of people.
Yeah,
so...
set it up for 6 because we're gonna play teams.
Yeah, it should just be in the options or server.
Can I just
It's
change
in
it there?
the top options.
What's your server?
It's called, well, so help me, I could be doing this wrong, but I set it up that the name's the Mothership and the password's Gamecraft.
Sweet. Dragmar?
Yep. That's my gamer tag.
Nice. Hey, we've all got one.
Is Gamecraft
Failed to connect. I did the password wrong. Did you say?
I think I proper cased it. I think capital G, capital C.
Capital. Okay. That'll do it. There we go.
I'm in.
Let's try that. Now, my channel's so popular that we're going to have so many people bombing into your session just from watching this. So many people. I failed it again. Will you spell it out to me?
Well, let me make sure I did it right. How do I check the password again? Is there a way?
What's that?
Someone got in, so that password was right. There's
Yeah,
some iteration
I'm in.
So what did you type in?
Yeah, what did you?
It's just Gamecraft with a capital G.
Oh, just okay.
I was
heard
putting
capital G, capital C, and it's like
yeah, okay.
Okay,
That's what I thought I would done. Guess not.
So everyone at home,
now it's full.
This is what we normally do before we hit go live. So now you're
Some behind the scenes.
You're seeing some behind the scenes action. Oh, good. TK says he's excited to see to see the mothership.
Yeah, were you able to adjust the
I
room
changed the
size?
number of players.
It's still
It's in the
showing
info,
3
right?
of
Options
3.
info.
Yeah, it should be server.
Here we go.
Yeah, maybe.
There should be
Yeah.
options for
I got it
server.
now.
Okay.
All right, you want to try again?
Okay.
I think I was changing some sort of like game descriptions of how many players
Got
it is at the actual server.
That's important too.
This looks cool.
Yeah.
Choose
There we go.
color.
Hey.
Sweet.
Do I need to choose a color other than gray?
No color. It shouldn't matter.
I think if I'm anything other than gray, I can't manipulate anything.
Do I need to change your color?
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
didn't see any other colors available.
Yeah, gray was the only color when I joined, but gray cannot interact. You're spectator only.
Yeah.
You might need to make a couple of hands.
Oh,
Brian probably knows more about TTS than I do.
I can, yeah,
you
top
became
left.
black.
Top left, there's a blue box with an arrow in it. You can click that and then click hands.
Mm-hmm.
And then just click and drag a box on the screen somewhere. And then change its color.
Yeah, there's a white one, but yeah, you need to make a couple.
Oh, look at
How do
that.
I change the color?
It's either right click or
Yeah.
left click.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And now I see the colors. I just can't click them.
Oh. Sasha, you're graying it.
Yeah.
Red. I have a color.
Oh, how did you become red?
I don't know. It's happening. Live time.
I changed.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Making
changing
us
it.
colors.
Oh, I'm yellow.
Orange? How'd you know?
Aren't you glad?
Did you say orange?
Orange. Yeah, well,
Orange.
Okay, so Eric and I are on a team, and Brian and Evan are on a team.
all right. Yeah. This is the fight I always wanted.
Yeah. And we don't even need to talk about our strategy because the
No.
strategy is the same.
The two of us are going to independently look at the board, make a decision, and then we're jointly going to select the same thing and do it.
It's like a
Oh
Ouija
my
board.
gosh.
Yeah.
This is going to go off the rails. Okay, everybody. All right. Brad, let's welcome you and then get to teach. Who are you? And tell us about yourself.
Sorry, say that again. I think I accidentally mute you.
I get it. I get it. My wife gets it.
I was trying to turn up the volume and then I heard nothing. I was like, oh, I must have muted.
Who are you? And yeah, tell us a little about yourself.
All right, so I am Brad Kasper. I live in Michigan. Been working on this this game, the Mothership, for a very long time. I had 3 kids between starting and where we are now, so I'm gonna blame that in terms of just kind of derailing where it's at. And so I would say from a board game perspective, what I probably love most is introducing new people to board games. Really trying to get new people into like mid lightweight board games is probably one of my favorite things. I think I sent you a description. I like to think of myself as like a sommelier, but for board games, in which like neighbors, my family, we kind of introduce them to a lot of like lightweight games like Azul or Cascadia, even code names, things like that. And that's probably where I spend the most time. I don't have a ton of friends that really like to get into hardcore board games. And so it's introducing a lot of other people into kind of the world of board gaming.
Nice. Join us. Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's been good. And always really good feedback. And I always feel like I open their eyes and like I can kind of find the ones that fit for them, whether, you know, in terms of complexity, length. And so it's been fun. It's fun for me at least.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming, man. Sorry for my delay due to tech unsavvy. But go ahead and give us the teach.
All right. So The Mothership. So this is a 2-player game. It's comprised, I guess the overall theme of the game is you are aliens coming to Earth in your giant mothership, which is coordinated right in the center of the board right there. That's kind of the big mothership. And you control a scout UFO. And you're going to take your UFO across Earth and abduct humans and transport them back to the mothership for reputation and gold. Once you fill up the mothership with all of the humans, there's no more spaces left to put humans. The game's over, and whichever scout UFO has abducted the most humans, or I guess whichever scout UFO got the most gold wins the game. So it is comprised over each, you take alternating turns between players, and each turn is comprised of 3 different phases. So the first phase is abduction, and that's where you move your UFO around the board and collect sets of humans or gold. So just to explain that here a little bit, you can see here right in the middle is the Earth with the humans randomly placed throughout it. And then you can see the 2 scout UFOs. So we have one in green and then one in yellow. So you guys will have to decide which one's which. But the basic and the core piece to the whole game is you're going to take your UFO and you can move them up or down, left or right. And you get 8 movements. And you want to collect sets of 3 in a row. So just to show you, I'll move this green UFO and try to make a set of 3. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I got this set of blue 3 in a row.
That's
I'll
some
go 5,
fancy TTS magic.
Yeah.
6, 7,
away.
8. I have a computer science.
Yeah, I was gonna
Great.
say that's
So-
freaking fancy pants.
I played around with the macros to make sure that they worked, and it worked pretty good. So right there, I moved 8 times, and the chips moved around. So I collect this set of 3 here in a row. So I'll take it and put it here on my player board. And then I also got this set of 3 blue in a row. I'll put them here on my player board. Okay, so that's the end of the abduction phase. I've collected 2 sets of humans, 3 each. Now the second part is transport. So you can transport up to 2 times per turn to the mothership. And so as you look at the mothership here in the middle, there's like 6 different play areas, and I'll explain kind of each of them. So gray, you see the one in the middle, the containment bay, that requires 3 chips of the same color. Gray means same color.
Yeah.
And then what that means is if I transport, well, yeah. So, so that's 3 chips, same color. Purple is 4 chips, any color.
Yeah.
So you can see how that works. You can see the top one is 6 chips, any color. The top right one is 3 sets of 2. So you'd need 2 blue, 2 green, 2 red, or 2 brown, 2 blue, 2 green. And they all need to be different colors, but 3 sets of 2, each a different color. And then the bottom ones are probably hopefully the most self-explanatory. The bottom right would be 1 blue, 1 green, 1 brown, and 1 red. And then the bottom left is or. So it's 2 blue, 2 green, or 2 red and 2 brown. When you fill up when you place your chips, so what you'll do is you'll end up taking your stack and you'd place it right here over top of it. When you place your humans there in the mothership, you get a reputation amount. And so looking at the containment bay, because it requires 3 chips of the same color, and then you get 2 reputation of that same color. So you can see here, we do have a reputation track here that we're going to kind of tug a war on over the course of the game. So by placing, filling this spot, which requires three of the same color, I get to move that same color too. So I would take my blue chip, 1, 2. Now, if I had 4 chips, let's grab one here, and I put my blue there. This one lets me move forward any color 3 but then I also have to move back any color 1. So I can move this one forward 1, 2, 3, but maybe I decide I'm going to move back red 1. I think this one's self-explanatory, so I put like 2 blue, 2 green, 2 red, and then I move forward blue, green, and red, each 2. And the color I didn't play would go back 1.
Okay.
And then the top left, it's 6 of any color, and then I can move any of these cubes forward 4 times. So I could do one color forward 4 times, or I can move them all forward once, or blue forward 2 times and red forward 2 times. You can kind of customize it. And then the bottom ones, the bottom right, each cube would go forward once, and the bottom left, it would be depending on the colors that you choose to play, or that you, I guess, spend. So that is abduction. You can do that 2 times, and so you'll move your reputation cubes after you have done your 1 or 2 transports. Depending on where the cubes are, is how many pieces of how much gold you get. So in this example, assuming that I am kind of on the right hand side here, blue and red are in the positive kind of side of my reputation track. I would get 2 gold each. So I get 2 gold for the blue and then 2 gold for the red. Both these 3 in the middle are kind of considered like neutral reputation. So on your turn, you can score for those neutral locations as well, but you only score for a cube that you moved in a positive direction. So I would have had to actually move one of those cubes from where it was towards my scoring into my scoring area. So if I move this middle one from right in the middle forward 1, I would be able to score it because I did actually move that one in a positive direction to benefit me. So let's say I did that. So then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would get 5 gold. So up here you can see I've split this up into 5s and 1s. So I would grab my 5 gold and then place it kind of into my player board, just kind of as an area to track it. So that is transportation. Yep, that is transportation. So the last part is recruitment. So this is where you kind of get like the powers and the bonuses and actually get your character stronger. So I showed you the first turn where you can just move 8 total movements. The last part here is recruitment, and I'm going to be able to select from these sets of cards, and each of them are going to kind of have bonuses that make me essentially more powerful. So right now I can select only from the bottom deck. And so I will select, you get to pick 2 cards and then keep one of them. So if I grab one here, just for example, these are 2 different cards so I'll pick both these and pick one. So looking at this first one, or how do I zoom in on it?
Alt.
So,
Yeah.
Alt?
Alt.
Okay, there we go. Thank you guys. So this card on the left, at the end, if I pick this one at the end of your turn, teleport to any location on the map. So I would be able to take my scout UFO and put it to wherever I want. That's going to be, that I think will be beneficial to me before I start my next turn. And then the one on the right is collect all move gold. So instead of having to make a set of 3 in a row, if I just move the gold piece, I would get that bonus. So in this example, let's say I choose collect all move gold. I'll put it here on my player board, and then I will take the one I didn't select. I'll actually place it face up on top of the deck. Now I mentioned that I can only select from the bottom 3, the bottom set of cards. That's because you need to get more of these reputation cubes to be able to get to the higher level of cards. So if you actually look at your player board here in blue, you can see there's kind of 3 circles right here on the top left. There's already 1 cube filled of those 3 circles, and then I have spots 2 and kind of 2 and 3 right there. If you ever get your reputation cube all the way to the end, not only do you get 5 gold, you also get this cube, which would then go there. And then now this gives me the ability to select from the second row for the blue cards. And these cards get progressively stronger. So if we were to look at the blue cards, they're going to have stronger abilities and stronger powers. And so then I'd be able to select from that, get a blue card, have it replace the current one I have, and it's going to give me more powers in terms of kind of the abduction phase and getting more reputation and gold. And then if there's at any point, if there's any reputation cube missing, you just add it right back to the center. So there's always going to be 4 reputation cubes on the board.
So wait, how did the reputation cube leave the board? Oh, because it went to.
So
here.
if you ever get the reputation, if you ever get it to the end of the board on your turn, you get that reputation cube here, and then that allows you to select from the second level.
Got it.
So I think those are all the rules. I'm gonna actually let me check my player board here or my rules, make sure I didn't miss anything. So 8 movement per turn, sets of 3 in a row, nothing diagonal. I know that always comes up. Humans and gold both get abducted the same way. You have to have actually moved one of the chips in the set of 3 in a row to abduct it. So if it just, when we pull from the draw pile and it randomly gets a set of 3 in a row, you don't get to automatically collect that at the end of your turn. You actually have to have moved one of the chips during the abduction phase to collect it.
So can you like mess up those 3 in a row and then fix it and get them? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So if you just move it and then move it back, yeah, you're good to go. You can transport 2 times per turn. You collect gold at the end of all of your transports, so you don't get any gold after you do 1 transport and then move again and collect, or do another transport and collect the gold. Yep, and then I mentioned that's at the end.
Can
How do
you
you
land on
win?
your opponent to move your opponent?
No, you cannot move your opponent.
All right.
Do you win?
What's that?
How do you win?
Whoever has the most gold after the mothership is filled. So all the spots on the mothership, once those are all filled up,
Okay.
yeah, whoever has the most gold then wins. Yeah, so I think that's it. So I'd like to point out, I guess, let's just take a look at the motherboard or your player board, because I think it's kind of relevant in terms of what it has. So the top of your player board, you can see those are the spots for those reputation cubes. So reputation cubes for each color. The cards, blue, red, green, and brown, you can see where you can place those. Blue is engineer, red is politician, green is military, and then the brown are researchers. Each of them have a distinct type of power that they're going to give you when you recruit them. So engineers help movement. The politicians help with how you engage with the mothership. It's going to give you bonuses there. Military provide new formation abductions. So instead of just 3 in a row, there's different shapes there that you can, and I probably should just show you one of them. But this one here, you can see it gives you the ability to abduct 4 in a row. So it gives you some new patterns. And all of these shapes can be rotated, flipped, mirrored. It doesn't have to be exactly 4 left to right. It could be 4 up or down.
So if you had that card and you had 3 in a row, are you saying you should go for 1 more?
Well, if you can get 1 more, you now have the ability to. Yes.
Just
Okay.
connect 4. I'm sorry.
Okay. Good try.
Go for it.
Yeah. Okay, researchers. Okay, last thing, and I guess too, researchers offer bonuses based on the UFO environment. So this hasn't come into play. It will if you choose to select some of the brown cards. But if you look at the board, you can see that there's actually a different patterns on the actual Earth board underneath the humans. You can see across the top and the bottom are mountains. There's deserts on the kind of the east and west. You have the forest, lakes, and then right in the middle is the city. So it really only comes into play if you have any of the brown cards or the researcher cards. Otherwise, it's you can mostly ignore it. So then we have the spots for chips. We have spots for the gold. And then there's a quick, kind of quick summary for each phase and symbols, but I'll probably just chime in if you guys get lost. So questions. So that is the game, but I guess what questions you guys have?
No specific questions from me. Just I feel like things might come up as we play.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow, fancy.
So who's gonna go first?
You have to disrupt this and then fix it to get it.
Oh, the
So
counter?
the last person abducted by an alien goes first.
Not me.
That was last
Yes.
week.
They don't want me. Why don't you guys go first? Then if we lose, we have an asterisk.
Okay.
It's better
All right,
for us.
Sasha.
What
What color are we? Are we going to be yellow or if we go first, you choose your color. Do you want to be yellow or green?
I have a green hand, and Evan has a yellow hand. So
Okay.
also green position seems
All right.
nice. I
Go for it.
mean, so
Can we try to get this green set and this brown set?
that's what I'm seeing. Exactly how to do that is something that I feel like will take a little bit of playing this game. If we move there, that moves that green one to here.
3 would move the
Okay,
green one
yeah.
there. 4,
4, 5,
5,
6,
6,
7.
7.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And we cannot collect the 4, but we could collect the 3.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
Yeah, I like that. So, boom, boom, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And do we
I
want to
mean, I
move one
guess
more to
moving-
set ourselves up for another
Yeah,
turn? Yeah.
the option are these two, but I think this one, like, it makes it harder for them to
Sure.
be able to get stuff
Yeah.
off of that, maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
Come on.
And so then we collect up our tokens. So I just picked them up and pulled them over here, right?
Yep.
And then green ones.
Seems rude.
And then next up, we transport to the mothership. 2 transports per turn. So we could containment bay twice.
Yeah.
Or do we want to set up for, like, these ones seem pretty good.
Yeah.
So, like, sort of setting up for doing that would be reasonable.
But
then
is
that
it-
means we're doing.
I guess just a question to you, Brad. Is there really any benefit of trying to get gold early in the game? Like, we're not going to be able to spend it anyway, right?
Yeah. You don't spend the gold. It's really
Okay.
purely
It's just
points,
points.
really. So,
All right. So there's no necessary benefit to getting gold immediately.
So I like the what would you be missing out on is potential transports, which I think we're gonna have plenty of transports, getting 2 per turn. So
Yeah.
I think we could probably just pass.
All right. I agree. I concur.
Sweet.
Okay. Ryan, I have a pathway to get us 2 sets. Do you have anything better than that?
Nope.
All right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa.
Up. Doesn't count. Nope.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
It's ruined.
There we go. So, boom, boom, boom. And then, oh wait, how come you guys didn't put them up on the mothership? Do we not do that yet?
You
They
can.
did, they
It's
passed.
optional.
You can.
Oh,
but
we
Passed.
Yeah, we definitely skipped one thing. So you passed on transporting. Let's jump back to your turn,
Oh, we recruit a Martian.
Sasha and Eric. Yeah, you guys got to recruit a Martian or an alien to
Okay.
your.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was really caught off guard by the passing. So
How about
I think
green?
we got him.
so you can pick
Yeah, I like the green as well.
2 cards from the same
right.
deck, only from the bottom row right now.
All right, go ahead,
So-
Sasha.
Double green.
You got.
You want?
I like the L shape.
I like
better
the
than
L
4
as
in a
well.
row.
I think the
Yeah.
L is easier.
Yeah,
No?
I think it'd be more prevalent.
Rude. Okay, so now it's back to now.
So
You
now,
chose.
yeah, back to you, Evan.
You chose to not place them.
Yep.
I think we should place them.
Yeah. What do you want to do? I mean, obviously, the best payout is what is the best payout? The twos are the best payout. Is that right?
We could get. Yeah, so if it's pink, that was any color, right?
Pink is any color.
So could we do 3 and 3 and just move one cube all the way to one side and then take it?
Sure. Why not?
Is
We'll
that
do
legal?
that.
Yeah, you can do that.
3
All
and
right,
3.
which Martian are you going to want to take from?
Obviously,
Take from
green.
the. Oh yeah.
You want
Right.
to take from green too?
Because we're gonna take from the second tier, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. The Jambo. Second tier green.
So now we can get a Martian and we can take it from there.
All right, what do we got?
That's pretty good.
We've got abduct any formation of size 4. Oh, that's cool.
Oh man, that's
Or
any,
that's
any
okay.
formation.
those are both
I see.
pretty good.
Connection before.
Should we
That's
do
just
the warrant officer?
Yeah, I like him.
Cool.
You also get 5 gold too. For where your
Yeah.
cube goes at the end of your.
Suckers. Don't worry about that. Cool.
Okay. And then I'm
Yeah,
seeing the green and the red.
Yeah, I see the same path. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There is maybe something with getting the L with this. If we go 1, 2.
I don't. We can't get the L until our till we get a green thing up here, right?
No, we have one green right here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Very good.
So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that does
No,
no, that doesn't
Well,
do the L. What am I
yeah,
talking?
it wouldn't do it.
I do not have
It would
the-
mess up the red. I'm seeing
Yeah,
3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6.
wait. Would this not work? So here it would move the green to this location, this one to here, right? And then we move down and move this way, and then we move this way. Then we have this 4L, right?
1 second. Yeah, I don't.
I mean, I could start doing it and we could backtrack. Are you guys cool with that? Just because I think it works.
What's the rule?
But I haven't. Well, like since we're one person, like I
What's the
believe
rule?
it'll work. But
Can you backtrack, or once you move, you move?
Well,
I have no how. Yeah, how's
well,
You
well,
can
well,
get, you can get 4 greens if you do this. If you do
yeah,
this way.
I'm pretty sure.
I would. You can do. I'm fairly confident it'll work. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're doing.
And then
Nice.
8.
Oh, that's rude.
So we get
Yeah.
the green and the red.
That's
Yep.
super rude.
It's good defensive move there.
Sorry, not
Sasha.
sorry.
Super.
Oops. Okay, gather. Okay, so now we have 7 greens.
What
then
was the bet? What's the benefit to getting the little thing on the number 2 slot?
Higher power cards.
Oh, okay, yeah,
you get the next tier up of cards.
got it.
So I think we should definitely go for one
Two,
of
two,
these at
two.
least.
Sure.
So I guess let's just start with that. So
right.
green 2, red 2, and brown 2. So that puts us 2 up on each of those and down 1 on blue. So that.
Pretty good.
And then we have 5. Interesting.
Well, we could do 3 green on containment bay and push it to the next level, right?
Yeah, but we already have a green card. Can we replace this one, or how does that work?
Yeah, it would just replace it. You don't
It
need
would
to.
replace it.
Yeah, I don't think we need to replace it.
Yeah, I don't think we need to replace it either. So, I mean, with 5 left, having a bunch of one color is
We
best.
replace these while they're taking their turn, or do we
Yeah,
have to wait?
I believe you can.
Hold on. Yeah,
Yeah, you can do it.
but we would get gold. Is there any rhyme or reason as to how these are coming out in the board?
No, they're
As long
random.
as it's random. But yeah.
Well,
As long as
yeah.
you guys aren't cherry picking as you put them on.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I don't know. I was also thinking that setting up for doing more of these is reasonable.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we could just claim the green. It will get us some more gold. I don't know. Your choice. I can go either way on it. I could also see passing being fine. But
And this is 6 of any color.
yeah, in combo.
Hmm.
Yeah, we could like take the blue 4 and then set them up for a not great turn. But then we're just like doing this tug of war.
Yeah.
Oh, this
I'll
4 is
defer.
any
Yeah.
combination. So
Yeah,
we
it's
could,
any combo. Yeah, we could do it.
I think I like that. That's a good amount of gold. It seems efficient.
All right. But
So
wait.
then it's a choice of what colors we want to be, what color we want to be left with.
Hold on. The green doesn't carry over, right? Like if we did any of the, we'd want to use the blue on that to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and push the blue up.
We could do a combination of them, right? Or is it any 1 4 spaces?
Any combination.
So yeah, we could do the red and brown.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, let's do that. That sounds good.
So what color do we want to have left over? We get 1 left over. I don't think there's enough information for us to really know. I guess.
Oh, we didn't.
Green.
Oh,
maybe. I don't know. I honestly don't
know. 1 sec. Hold on.
We can't move their ship, right?
Correct.
No. Yeah, it's stuck.
We're blocking you.
It's a very defensive move there that they had.
1 second. Sorry.
I'm just gonna do that just to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, do it.
6, and then we'll take the brown and the red.
Yeah. Let's get the game going. Sounds good.
And then do we want to take from red? I guess we could take 1 red and 1 brown and see which one we like better.
No, you have to pick only from the same pile.
Oh, same pile.
Let's do red.
Okay.
Let's see what red does. Let's get something good from red. Transfer it to a full. Okay.
I mean, Chief of Staff does seem like that could be pretty good. You can slow down the game, and since interesting.
They're both good.
Yeah. I guess Senior Policy Advisor is pretty good to get early in the game. So.
All right, let's do it.
Let's take that one.
All right.
And then a new red and brown comes out, and we get 10, 11, 12 money. Is that right? Am I correct in that?
Yeah, where did you? Oh, yeah. You had 10,
11,
I
12?
think you got 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 12, yep. 2 at the end and then the green at 2, yep.
All these coins.
Oh my
I
gosh.
got him. I got him. I got
Oh,
him.
you got them all? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, there's a 10 spot. Oh, 5 spot. I see.
Brian, I feel like they cheated.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry, not sorry. Your turn.
Do we have to touch that blue to take it? Is that true?
Yes, yep.
So we can definitely take the blue, but that's
I have a way to get 4 gold.
can you touch the blue?
I didn't think about that. Give me a second.
Touch the blue.
So hard to see it without doing it.
I know. Right?
yeah.
It is.
It feels like one of the games that after you've played it a few times, then you can just see it really
Like
easily.
ricochet robots.
Yeah.
Your brain starts going, oh.
Yeah.
But it takes a little while.
It's like there's some part of your brain that's like thinking about pushing things, but
Yeah.
you're just like swapping places with things. So you're like putting things behind you.
Put it behind you.
I can get 4 blue or 4 gold. I think. I don't think I can do both.
Well, that's a bummer. I cannot think of a way to do more than getting 4 of one of them.
If we get 4 blue, we can move the blue token all the way to the left and then take a blue card of 2nd level.
Oh. Where's the gold token? Is that the brown thing?
You just get gold.
Oh, you just get gold.
Yeah, just get points.
Okay, well, I guess let's get 4 blue then.
Okay.
Move to the no, to the right. Yeah. Yeah, take that. And then do +3 -1.
-1. The green moves
Yeah, I
towards
pulled
us.
green left.
It should go right, correct?
Are you guys over here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm -1.
-1 from you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, -1 doesn't mean towards neutral.
bad for
-1
us.
means towards the opponent.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I definitely can see that confusion.
once per turn,
that
teleport to any engineer location. +3 movement when starting in the lakes. What's an engineer location?
Looks like it's red. Wait, no, blue. Blue is an
Blue?
engineer.
Let's
Engineers,
let's once per turn teleport to an engineer.
Yeah, that
location.
seems good. Yeah.
And I assume when you teleport, you swap with whatever you
Yeah.
landed on.
Yep.
Cool.
Now we get
Okay.
5 golds
Oh yeah, we should get
And then
these.
five
for
gold, yeah.
moving the blue one.
Cool.
Do we get 1 gold for moving this one to the right?
No, only if you moved it in a positive
Toward,
direction.
yeah,
Towards
towards
you?
your,
Okay. Great.
All right. So immediately I see one, you guys are done, right?
Yep.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 will get us the L shape on the red.
mhm.
Rude.
Or we could go straight up is the other way of doing that.
Okay, either way, that'll
Oh.
do
What
1, 2,
what else do we have?
3, 4.
Like I'm seeing some potential brown. If we go here, 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 that gives us 3 brown in a row. Would we be able to get the red still? Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. So I can see 3 brown and 3 red.
Yeah,
There's the 4 red, but I am not currently seeing. I feel like we could probably get gold as well, but I don't love going for the gold.
yeah.
I'm currently seeing 4 red or 4 brown, 4 red or 3 brown, 3 red. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to do the boom, boom. That doesn't work. Boom, boom. Is there something else anywhere else? I'm not really seeing other options. Yeah, 3 brown, 3 red. I think is our best option.
I see the 3 brown. Hold on. So tab out the
Oh
what
yeah.
you want to do?
So boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
boom,
that gets 3 brown.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, okay.
Sneaky.
It does leave these 2 red here.
Yeah.
Which is obviously
mean,
not ideal, but what gets put here and here, it will be randomized. So if they're not red there, then that doesn't actually help them. Does that seem reasonable?
Yes. Three,
4, 5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7.
8.
All right.
3 and 3.
So
Gold.
Does the game really come with this many little chips?
Oh, there's a lot of chips.
In theory, yeah, it's like
Okay.
160 or
There's a set number
200.
of each color, right?
Yeah,
But they're equal?
yes.
Oh, Brian, we got some good stuff coming up.
No, we're gonna rock right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be great.
So what do
Can't-
we want to spend if at all?
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
there's a blue in the
It's
center
gonna
here.
be good.
I mean, I did sort of like what we did the previous 2 turns where we saved up for the 2/2s. I do like the 2/2s.
Uh-huh.
The other option is we have these
Oh.
2/2s.
We can do the 2/2s this turn because we've got the card that lets us have
Oh,
one less human.
You're right. Yes, let's do that.
All right.
So red, red, 1 green. I
So
forgot about that one.
2
Brown,
red, 2 green, and 2 brown.
brown, and
Then -1 on
the blue.
purple. So green is going to trigger.
Yep.
We're gonna get 5 gold.
Mhm.
And I'll put another green
Plus
out.
another 5 gold, so 10 gold.
All right. I'll grab that.
Sweet, sweet. And then I guess let's go for a brown since we don't have a brown yet, and we have a level 2
Sure.
brown.
Sounds good.
Okay, you end your turn next to a researcher, abduct other adjacent. Oh,
Okay, Brian.
Oh,
that's pretty sweet.
Here's what
I
I'm
like the
seeing.
abduct the other
Oh.
adjacent humans.
This one is just like generically good. This one is like potentially abducts 3. I think it's
But
less likely to because you're
if you end
oftentimes
your turn next
capturing
to a
things. So I think this is just better most of the time.
So if we had this card,
Mhm.
then we would have abducted all 4 of these, right?
So like this.
Oh, adjacent is orthogonal, right? That's right.
Orthogonally adjacent. Yeah.
That wasn't
Okay.
quite. I was
Yeah,
gonna
I
go
agree.
like this.
let's do that.
Yeah. Let's take this
Let's
one.
take yeah. Then this will go on the level 2 brown.
Yes. So. And so these are face up here. What does that mean in the context of the game?
Just means your opponent can see what the card. I mean, technically, you normally pick those 2 up, pick one, and put the other back. It just lets them see what's available if they want to go
so
into
it's
that
not a
deck.
memory thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
If
only
we
3 of each one.
teleport to an engineer location, do we swap places with it?
Oh, that's interesting. I don't think.
Okay.
I'm not sure I know how to make that the most beneficial. Well, should we do those first 4 moves?
Yours seem yeah, those 4 for sure. Are you guys done?
Yeah.
Okay.
2, 3. Oh, well, we only need those 3. And then, because that'll get us 4 of these gold and 4 green. We've only used 3
can you-
moves.
How many do you have left?
We have 5 left. And we could use 1 of them. Oh no, is it a move to teleport? Or we just get that for free?
It is a move, yeah.
Okay. We can use 1 of them to teleport if we think we can get something else somewhere else.
Well, if we technically pop up here, then we could go like 1, 2, 3, and then that messes with these 4. So there's technically like 2 sets of 4 here.
So diagonal
That
is
would
one.
Diagonals don't
Oh, it
count.
doesn't work. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like there's something else we should be able to do, but I sure can't figure it out. Oh, we could jump up to here and then do a little swirl pattern. Do, 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 and get another 3 gold. But
Yeah, I like that.
so then we'll jump to here. Womp. And then go 1, 2, 3, 4, and
And I think that's your 8. You guys had picked up chips, so it reset the counter.
what's
Yeah, I
that?
think that's 8. I think that's 8.
Our first was 3, and then we teleported and did 4.
Is the teleport count as one of
Yeah,
the
the
four?
Teleport
teleport.
counts as 1.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
then that's 8.
Yep.
Let's grab this one.
All right.
And
Let's
then we
repopulate.
got 3 of those.
4 greens.
Should we hang on to it or go ahead and just move it towards us?
I'm good to hold on to it, I think.
Okay. Oh, we've got 4 greens? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll pass.
Okay.
Well, we still get a Martian though, right?
Yes.
Red or yellow.
Can we, if we put green over here, can we get fancy? Can we move the blue, or is that not a thing?
We could move blue to 3. Yeah, we could do that. We just replace the
but
one.
we've
I like being able to teleport though.
Oh yeah, we don't need to do that. We can just grab a. Should we grab a?
You don't have to get a blue
That's
card
true.
if you get the next blue thing.
If you end your turn next. Oh, that's not. We can't do that anyway.
Can we get a red guy?
Sure. I don't know if I fully understand what either of those would do for us.
That's gonna be my question. Do you guys know what those mean?
No.
So the one on the right, collect 1 additional gold for neutral reputation. Those 3 spots in the middle, they're worth 1 gold. They would now be worth 2 gold.
Oh,
Right,
I see.
Those spots there. Those.
So then it behooves you to do the 1-1-1-1s, probably. Okay, got it.
Yeah, you could just, if you're kind of tug of warring back in that area, it's more beneficial. And then the other one, basically, if you get like the blue cube to the promotion spot, you could say we don't want a blue promotion cube. We want a green one, and so you could swap spots and then
Oh, that's cool.
get a different color.
I like that.
Essentially, lets you pick whatever color.
I like that.
The only thing I'm seeing, Sasha, is picking up this a 4 green set, going down here, then up here.
Yeah, there's that green 4 set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The other option that I'm seeing. Oh, we do have to keep in mind our abilities. So 1 less, and we get
There's also 1 second. We can go all the way across the board.
I was sort of seeing that stealing.
It would give us the red, and we could get the gold. It would get 4 gold.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Yeah, that would give us the gold and the red, and then we could take a gold and a green as our 2 adjacent.
If we do that, what do we have currently? We have a brown and a red. Anything else? So yeah, like the advantages I see, like they can teleport to blue.
Yeah.
So they can very easily do this one, or potentially go over to the green if we don't.
Oh no, we can take that blue actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with the adjacent.
With the adjacent power.
That's interesting. So we'd be getting a red.
4 gold, a green, and a blue.
Sort of want to get the 2.
The only other thing I see is getting 4 green.
Yeah, 4 green. What does that do for us? And then what would it be adjacent to? So it's like
we'd be ending somewhere up here, depending on how we play.
2 browns. So we could be getting 4 green and 2 browns, which would set us up for doing a 2-2-2.
If we stop short on 7, yeah.
Oh, shoot! I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we could do a 2-2-2 because remember we can do 1 less with the red. Boy.
Yeah.
And for anybody out there watching, this is an 18-pound cat. So if I feel like if I start losing my breath, it's because he's sitting on me.
6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, I think I like that. We could end by taking the brown and the blue.
Okay.
I mean, it does leave them close to this, but I think that's all right. We can't block everything.
We could try though.
Yeah. So
All
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8.
8. Yeah, I was just having secondary thought as I was moving, but I think this is good.
All right.
Um,
So take
So
the 4 green and the brown and the blue.
yeah, I think that makes the most sense. And then we can do a 2-2-2. We could do it either with
Whoa.
sending back
Whoa.
red. I guess we want to
I
take
accidentally
the
grabbed yours.
red because that will give us another 5 with the red.
All
So
right.
I guess we're leaving blue out.
All right. Sounds good.
We're just like slowly giving them a blue. Yeah, so 2, 2, and then
The 1 red.
1 red. Seems good.
And then we're going to move. So red goes up 2.
And there's not like overflow, like this
Right.
brown one moves 2, but it just stops here, right? It's not like the next one comes out and moves 1.
Yeah, it would
Okay.
just cap out.
Got it.
And they get, the blue went that way.
Great.
All right. So brown is
So
level 3. Red is level 3.
we get
we're gonna get
another
12 gold.
Yep.
All right. I'll take care of the gold. Let's get a blue card.
Yeah, I guess so. Just to
Ryan, I think
diversify.
I've got a good path.
You can't get a blue card.
Why not?
You only get 3 cards, I think, right?
Oh,
Oh,
then
So
never mind.
Could you get a blue card and then just discard one if you wanted? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
You can only have 3 active, so you could pick a blue and then flip over.
I mean, might as well look at it. Our green, I think, is fine, but if there's a blue power that's better, I'm not opposed.
Okay.
At the end of your turn, teleport to any location. Collect all moved gold. So it's like whenever we run over gold, we pick it up. Is that how that works?
Yep.
Oh, that's not terrible.
There is a lot of gold on the board.
Yeah. It would,
The thing though is it could potentially mess us up.
yeah.
Because then we're not like pushing things around. Yeah, I don't know.
I kind of like our current powers. Let's just
Yeah.
skip the blue.
I think so as well. So would these both go face up on top, and so they pick from these two, or would they?
Yeah, they would go face up on top. Yep.
So they only get to choose between these top 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say go to the next level.
Oh, I guess they're already at the next level. So
Yeah. Yeah. So
but that is like an interesting thing. Okay.
Our turn?
I think that's us.
All right. Are you ready for this?
I trust you.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's beautiful.
So we got the reds, the golds, and the browns.
We got 2. Yeah, nice.
I guess we could have done 4 browns.
Technically, we get these 4 because we can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go. Brownies. Goldies.
Okay.
Should we? Oh, they took all the 3s, huh? See how it is. Let's do the during, because we can promote and then bump anything up we want. So we can do like one of these. Right, we got brown and
Yeah. 3, 4, and 4.
oh, we don't have blue, which is the only one we could actually move up.
This is two green and 2. Okay, so we can't. So we have to do the bottoms of these.
Yeah. And we only have 3 brown instead of 4 brown. I shouldn't have been wheeling around. I could have got that last brown. I monkeyed around to make too big of a yellow zone, forgetting that we could only actually take 4 of them. Oh well. No take backsies. Should we, let's see.
We could do a lot of damage if we could put 4 down and then a 3 and then a 3.
That'll give us,
7 movements of something.
is that useful? I think, if we did 4 and then a 6, that would be more useful. Because we can mix and match.
Yeah, okay. Well, we have enough for that.
Right? What should we save? Maybe, save a greenie.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll do 4 and then 6. Giving us. Do you have a preference of what we move up?
Well, we can move the blue. We can say we're gonna move the blue,
Sure.
even if we're not going to.
Right.
So we can move one of these 4. Say we take one of these over here.
With the
With the
so
4,
let's do.
4 plus.
What do you think? The red, or should we get up to level 3 on something?
We can go with level 3 in blue.
Yeah. Okay. So let's. I guess it doesn't super matter. Let's bring the
Let's do red. Yeah.
let's bring the red over by 3 for the retention center. 1, 2, 3. And then we have 4 to spread across. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Or should we
Yeah,
move
then we
this
have-
one? Should we move this one over?
Let's move that one over because we have to move one back also.
And we have to move one back. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. So, and we can exchange a promotion if we wanted to. So
10 gold.
what's that?
I was taking the 10 gold.
Oh,
Yeah, so you
yes.
guys did 11 gold that time though, right? Because I think you moved.
Oh, we moved this one up. Yeah, we get 1 more gold.
Yeah.
So which promotions do we want?
Don't forget to move your blue and red onto your board.
Well, we can swap one of them if we want.
Well, but these tokens go on. I mean,
Yeah,
Let's-
because your
let's
blue is
swap-
level 3 now.
Let's
Did
swap
you look at
the,
the red
let's swap
card
the
though?
red with the green, huh?
Yeah.
Right?
What?
So do a blue, and then swap the red with the green.
what?
What are you talking about?
Look at their red card.
Oh, got it.
Oh,
Yeah, I like that.
Cool.
So you should put this red one.
Huh?
I think technically what you'd
It
do
was
is
here.
you would have a red one here now, and you would take the green, but it's off the board.
Oh, really?
and then the green
Well,
starts in the
cool.
middle then.
It swaps them.
Great. That's interesting.
Yeah, instead of taking the green, I think from the board, you essentially would have swapped the 2 already on the board and then taken the red.
Alright.
Do we want to check out blue, or do
Yeah.
you want to check out green?
Oh, let's do
Let's
do green.
I'm thinking green. Yeah. Oops. Wait. Did these get swapped?
Yeah, that's the first time I noticed that. Sitting here staring at this whole time.
Let's see. We got.
Oh, collecting 2s, that's dangerous.
Oh, we can collect 2s.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
I don't even know what this means. Is that For each
I think it's,
L
I
we
think it's
make,
what we had. Yeah, L, we can get 2 gold also.
get 2 gold. Now let's do collect 2s. That sounds great.
Ready?
All right, you done?
Yeah.
All right, Sasha. Yeah, the best path that I see is going here, collecting 3
the
red
Gold and
and
red.
gold and the red. I don't see anything else that's that great this turn.
Yeah, we can go over and get this red,
yeah.
but then it doesn't really.
But that's all we
behoove
would
us.
get. We wouldn't get any gold.
Yeah. So wait, where would we end then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, and then
Or
it would
8.
be, yeah,
Or
we'd get a
8.
brown and a green, which is good for, that's good. We'd have a nice
1,
variety.
2, Um,
And then we collect the 3 red. We'd have 3 red, 3 green, a brown, and how many blues? Just 1?
yeah, I think that sounds reasonable.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and then we're gonna collect the reds. Collect the gold.
Brown and a green.
Which green do you want? That one or the one above it?
I guess the one
Yeah,
above
that
it.
works.
And those last 2 are because they're adjacent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a card.
Yeah, that field geologist seems pretty good.
All right, then, if we
I
can
mean,
advance red and brown, that's what I want to try
yeah.
to do.
I think let's do the red and brown.
3, how many total do we have?
We need
6.
two red and 1 brown gets us on this.
Yeah,
Seems
that's
reasonable.
fine.
And then we could do. We could push.
I was thinking we could aim for this one and put 3 up on one of them and get out the door.
Interesting. Yeah. The only reason I like this is because it feels a little bit more
Yeah.
efficient.
No, I agree. We could do
but
that, and we could do 2 blue, 2 green and a blue, right? How many browns do we have? Just 1?
It's once per turn.
Yeah.
So
Well, we could do that, and we could do this with the 3 greens and one of
Yeah.
the others.
So, but
right.
we'd be pushing the I'm sure.
Let's do that
Is
first.
there an order that this happens? Like the -1 can't be something that you're going to move with this, or can it?
You should technically like complete 1 full transportation. So like you should move forward.
So, but you could do the -1 first?
Yeah, and you could do it on the same cube if you wanted.
Yeah. So you could take 3 steps forward and 1 step back.
Yep.
Or 1 step back and 3 steps forward.
No.
Okay, so those move there.
We've done that.
Do we want to do the 3? So the 3 moving 1 back. We could bump both of these up to their maximum, which we already have these completed. Does that mean anything?
You just won't get the cubes anymore. You'll still get
Okay.
the gold, but you won't get the cubes.
So these will just go back to the center then.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we could, I mean, just go for one of the others, like green or something, and
1,
move
2,
blue
3,
back.
and just have them all.
Yeah, get
showing
9
over.
gold.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
All right, let's go for it.
Oh, okay. Wait. The other option. Yeah, I guess having them way over here limits their scoring potential next turn.
Yeah. Instead of having them reset to the center.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. 3, 1. There's 3 green and it doesn't matter, I guess. Yeah, blue.
Guess,
Blue's the one we're not going for.
yeah, but yeah. I think either way.
Yeah. All right. And then we're gonna get 9 gold. I'm gonna put one of our gold back and just take 10.
Okay.
And then let's try to we're level 3 on red and brown, but our cards are level 1. I think we should upgrade one of them, or at least try.
Okay.
You pick.
I mean, our brown one does seem nice, but level 3 is supposedly better.
Either way.
They're both pretty nice. Let's look at level 3 brown.
Do it.
I'm curious.
During abduction.
And diagonal of one
No.
class. Okay, that's interesting.
Of one class. Okay.
Ooh, interesting.
What does that mean? Gold is treated as wild. Do not collect the gold for each of these sets.
So like we can get 3 in a row using a gold as one of the colors in that 3. But we wouldn't get that gold token. We'd get the other 2 that are a part of that 3.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, it's sort of like we haven't been prioritizing gold very highly, so it's been like
Yeah.
fairly abundant on the board. This one does seem like potentially pretty good though. Like depending on where we finish,
Yeah.
we can
All
suck up a
humans of
lot
the
of
same-
things.
Yeah, like where we're finished right now, we could suck up 3. Well, I mean, in a future round, it'd be like, oh, we're gonna take all the red.
Yeah. I think in
it-
general that one will be similar to this one, but just
Okay.
better.
Adjacent and diagonal, so full adjacency.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I think I like that one.
All right. That's the card.
Go
Go for it. It's your turn.
I have a good one.
Okay, great. So the normal pattern that we have is just 3 straight across, right? Is that
Yep.
true?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And now we can also do 2. Okay, cool. All right,
Yeah,
let me
you
see
don't
it.
lose the 3. Yeah.
It's 1.
Okay.
Six.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that red.
That ability seems crazy.
Yeah, great.
This
Wow.
one, this one, these 2, these
Wow.
2,
Yeah,
these 2, these 2, and these
Okay.
2.
that was pretty good.
That is what we call cheese. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
That's pretty dang good. You get them all?
Yeah.
I think so. Wowza. So,
I'll let you determine how to spend them.
we've got,
My brain's already maxed out.
I know, right? Green and blue. We can move each of those twice. I feel like we should probably do that. Right? And then we would have 2, 4. Man, we need some brown. I feel like it's just tug of war time. Is that true?
Defense. Defense.
Yeah, I see the same path you're looking at, Sasha.
Yeah. Trying to see if there's another path that seems better, but like
I
it's a
like
little bit
that
too
path.
juicy going.
No, I like the path you're looking at because it sucks up a lot of the blue that they're we can
Yeah.
we need to get all the blue off the board.
Their teleportation
2,
is good.
2, 2. And then if you go 4, that goes plus. One, two, three. I don't know. Plus 3 minus 1.
I'd recommend like 1.
What's a plus 3 and 1 big go?
Can we go 1,
Right?
2,
Or is it any
3, and then
combo?
-1?
Is the retention center plus 3 just on one color, or is it any combo?
It's on one color.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think just yeah, maybe move the what do they care about? Nothing. Move the green up
Meh.
1, 2, 3, and then blue down to here. Get ourselves 4 gold.
Wait, how many things did you do?
A bunch.
You can only do 2 a turn.
Yeah, we did 2.
Okay.
We did 1 down here and then this one.
All right, that was it. I think.
All right.
Because we only have. Oh, we could do another 4 actually.
We can only do 2
Yeah.
per turn.
Oh, we can only do 2. Never mind.
Did you get the gold?
I grabbed 4 gold. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think that makes the most
I
sense.
don't see anything better.
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're gonna take the blue, the brown, the 3 gold, and then we're gonna abduct the 2 blue as our power.
Is that adjacency?
Diagonal adjacency with us.
Our power is diagonal as well.
Oh, sweet.
Fancy.
We upgraded it.
Nice.
Which 3 gold? Let's take the first 3 so that it gives.
Uh,
l-
I think swapping this one's better because it will give us this option. It's
All
less
right.
likely to give them the option.
All right, I'll trust you.
Evan and Brian, did you guys get another card?
No,
No,
we didn't get a Martian.
no, we forgot.
Go
Should
for
we,
it.
Should we do the blue one? Just to see?
The
Yeah.
retcon of the evening is brought to you by.
Oh shit.
Oh. No.
how does
What
how
does
does
mean?
that work?
Is that 1 time? To anywhere?
Moving a UFO?
Like,
Yeah.
is that you can do 4 and 4 or like 5 and 3, or is it
Yep.
Let's,
Any combination.
any combination? Okay.
let's just
All right.
do let's just do +4 movement, huh?
Yeah, I think we're gonna collect a ton like that.
Is that combined with the 2?
Let's
Yes,
see.
boss.
So my recommendation, Sasha, is let's use our -1 human, take one of these spots, 1 from everything.
Oh,
That'll push the red and the brown up to the level 5.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get our gold. Or, I don't know, because we don't need to level them up.
Yeah, it almost feels like doing the tug of war is good, but as far as efficiency goes, it does seem like these options and these options are the best.
Yeah, we can't do, yeah.
I
The other
mean,
option would be to push
I'll be right back.
blue and green into our positive territory.
how would we do like with the retention center?
Yeah, let's see, we've got 3 blue we could put on containment bay. That would move it 2. And then we could do containment center 4 of anything and move blue again, 4.
Three of anything and back of one.
Yeah,
Oh.
move. Yeah.
I
Or we could do the
Hmm.
one of everything and move everything over.
Yeah, I think the one of everything sounds pretty reasonable to me.
All right, so that'll be
Yeah.
our first move.
We are resetting some stuff, but boom and boom.
Then our second move, we can do
I
either
mean,
plus.
I sort of like the idea of potentially blocking up some of these spaces, but at the same time, oh, actually, it can be sort of nice pushing one of these back by one to not reset those.
Oh, yeah. That's a great idea.
So yeah, let's do that.
What distribution do we want to do?
I guess let's save one brown. I guess we can save yeah, one brown and one blue, since we can reduce cost by one.
All right.
Like it gives us the most flexibility.
All right, and so we put blue and brown there, so we're gonna move blue 1, 2, 3 forward, and we'll move brown 1 back.
Sure.
All right, and so red will trigger and reset. We're already level 3.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll give us
$5
5
plus
and
another
5, so 10 gold.
Oh,
I think
11
you
gold.
get- Oh, I don't think you get the brown because that didn't move forward.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it's
It started here. We pushed it
Yeah.
forward 2 and then moved it back 1.
No, we pushed it forward 1 and moved it back 1.
Oh,
Is that it? So we wouldn't
that
get
doesn't
the
count as
gold?
movement?
Yeah, right, and in the same spot that it started, yeah. So you
Okay,
wouldn't get this.
then let's push green back 1 and just reset brown. So we get our 5 gold.
Okay.
All right. Now, red is a level 1 card. Let's go to red and
Yeah.
see what we can get.
Oh, that was a level 2 card, but yeah, it still could be better.
Yeah, let's see. 1 additional gold for each reputation. Oh. What's our current one? 1 less human.
For 1 reputation token that did not advance.
I don't know. I feel like we're nearing end game and our 1 less human is still more powerful than either of these.
Yeah, I do think the 1 less human is good. Neither of these sound that enticing.
Yeah, all right, we'll put them both back.
Yeah.
All right. Turns over.
Okay, Brian, you're up.
Trust me.
Make so many
No,
combos.
don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, that was a mistake.
Oh,
This last one's irrelevant.
I can't even remember. Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, you can only get 2 of those gold. Or no, you get 3 of those gold. You guys can do 3 in a row.
Yeah.
We got 3 in.
Unless you really
I
want
honestly
to.
was thinking the same thing. I was like, they can't.
Did I miss a couple of stacks?
I think that was it.
Did you miss this red? I think you had to go through this red stack, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I did.
Okay, yeah.
I went up through there.
Okay.
Yep.
Still no brown. Oh my goodness, we really need some brown.
No, we're gonna block the
That's
brown.
rude. All right, well we gotta block off that one, obviously. The 2 and 2. So
Brown town.
oh no, we don't have brown. Sorry. Oh well, we can't block that off. Did we only grab blue and red?
And gold.
Gold.
We didn't grab any green. Okay. In that case, we can go 4. We'll go. Let's go 3 for 2.
One more.
Three. Oh, we can only do 2 stacks, huh?
Yeah.
We can still do the red. Right.
You want to swap it with anything?
We could get some of those geologists seem pretty good. Instead of our red guy? I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright.
Eric, there
Yeah.
there is that
What?
as well for our red ability.
What is that? Oh, wait, 1 second. Let me see.
Did you guys
Oh,
take
yeah.
a brown cube?
Yeah.
There's
You should pick from the second pile then.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you want the first pile. And then this card as well. Right? I'm correct in saying they get to look at the face down card as well.
Abduct
Right.
1 class of humans in the mountains. What?
That can be the top and the bottom.
What?
Oh, the color, the art on the board.
Oh, like abduct everybody of 1 class?
In the top and the bottom of the board.
Seems
So if
pretty.
we end in the top or bottom, we could take like these 3 greens
Seems
or
good,
these 3 blues.
right? Let's do
Yeah.
that.
Let's do that. I don't think we need this red one
No.
anymore.
Cool.
Where does this go?
Just flip them over
I
here.
put it right there.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I wasn't looking at ours.
I've got an interesting. Are you guys done?
Yeah, because we can only return 3, right? Or two sets.
Okay.
Okay.
I've got an interesting path. 2, 3 that snatches the 3 green up here. And then there's a couple different things I was looking at.
Well, I mean, before you go too far, we can
Yeah.
make this a 4 green if we went here, here, here.
Oh, yeah, that's true. 1, 2, 3,
And then we could be going for this brown.
5. I was thinking if we somehow we can end here, we could snatch all 4 of these brown.
Okay, that's interesting.
Or I actually, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Just
6, 7, 8. That would give us the 4 brown in a formation, and we can snatch all the red.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like that.
All right.
Go for it.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Just so you
6,
appreciate just how far behind
7,
we are without doing any math.
8. Okay. And then we'll
Brown and
snatch,
green, and then snatch
Yep.
the reds.
I'll snatch the red. What's the button you push to collect all of them?
When they're all selected, hold them and hit G for gather.
Oh. All right.
Okay, so we got a pile. I'm liking taking this spot. We could do it with the
Yep.
blue if we wanted to, or we do the brown and red.
Do we only have one blue? Yeah,
I
okay.
guess this is sort of the most efficient thing. So
Yeah, I think we should use this and this.
okay, so the brown red over here, and then
A
use
little bit of
these.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Or hold on, if we do blue green over here, no, then we wouldn't be able to do the one of everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
All right.
think that makes sense.
All right. So one of everything over here.
Well, we don't have to spend the blue. We could save it for next round.
We could.
I don't know. It just gives us flexibility, right? Or either that, or we can save a red. What would be
Yeah.
better to save?
The other thing we could do is put the greens up here to move green over 2, then move everything over 1. That way we collect gold on everything. We've moved everything.
But these are only moving 1.
Yeah.
So we would be just gaining 3, 4, 5, 6. Versus if we do this and this,
Yeah.
we're gaining 4.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think it's better. We're getting a
Yep.
good amount more.
Do it. Do it.
I think we should leave the blue left over just to give us flexibility on our final turn.
All right.
Like that, and then 2 red and 2 brown. So I'll move the 2 red, 2 brown, and then move them all by 1.
Everything moves by 1.
So that is. Oh wait,
Did
these
we
were
get?
here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so these should be in line with us now.
Okay.
So that's 9, 10.
All right.
And I think that's the end of our turn. Oh wait, we can get a Martian.
You want to go for a level 2 green?
We could do level 2 green is decent. I feel like we're already doing all right. My only other thought is this one, just for being able to use already blocked spots.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
This one lets us use already blocked spot on the UFO.
The problem with that is we're in the lead, and if we start doing it's gonna trigger end game when everything's filled.
Yeah.
So
it would delay the game.
it would delay the end game when we're in the lead, which we don't want to do. And I feel that they've been catching up. So I don't think we want to use that power.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to.
All right, let's look at 2 greens.
2 greenies. Yeah, it's just that one.
Oh. What does that +2 mean?
Whatever color you abduct, you get 2 more of that same color.
Where do we get those tokens from?
We gotta find them in the bag or copy some on the board or something.
Got it.
It's a bit of a slightly odd formation.
It's interesting because there has been a couple of times where I've been like, if only we could capture like that. But this is the
probably the easier
better one.
Yeah.
But the +2, I think we're in the lead. I think we should do the slightly riskier thing. I don't know.
I don't think we need the +2 because there's going to be 1, 2.
We're gonna have too many. We're gonna have too many things.
There's 3 turns left.
You're right. We're probably gonna have too many things.
Yeah, I think we just go with that one.
Fine.
All right.
All that?
Yep.
Which color are we? I forget.
You are yellow.
Okay. Do you want to see my path? Or do you have
Sure,
do you have
yeah.
a fun one?
I have a fun one, but where you gonna go?
I was gonna go like up this way and then like basically snake across down over here.
Yeah, as long as you land in the bottom, it's okay.
Oh, do you have to land in the bottom? If you
Or
end in
the
mountains,
top.
yeah. So
I
I was
I like the zigzaggy up here.
1, 2. Will you stack those as I go so I
Yep,
don't?
yep.
Buckle my shoe.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see, where did I go? Let's go. What's happening? 8. Uh, 9.
Yeah, yeah.
10,
You gotta go straight
And then
down.
go to the mountains.
11, 12.
And you can pick blue, green.
So we get all of
Or
these.
brown.
They're getting more things than they can spend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that,
By
that seems to
far.
be, I mean, we've got a good bank of things anyway, so
And then let's
We can
see.
get two more browns or 3 blues or 3 greens.
It seems like 2 more browns is the
Browns?
correct
Yeah.
call. Yeah. Because we definitely want to do the one of each. 1, 2,
boo.
3, 4. That just moves everything up by 1. And then we want to do, gosh, what's the most important? Because we can only do one more.
This one gets us. Well, which ones work better for them?
I don't know. I can't keep track.
I think we should just take. They have a lot of like. Let's take the left one.
Take what?
We'll take one of their containments.
Okay. Oh, whatever we put up there is what moves.
Oh, okay.
So
Then let's put
did you
3
want
greens
to
up
do?
there.
I don't want to suggest anything, but isn't this the same? I guess it costs 4 is the difference, but since you have such an abundance of resources, you can literally do the exact same thing with this.
That's okay.
No,
okay.
they're doing fine, Sasha. They're doing
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. I
That's
just
fine.
okay.
I'm just kidding.
So we got.
I'm just curious if
yeah.
I'm missing something. I wasn't.
There you go. We got 5 points. And then I guess I don't know.
Get 3 more. Also.
You can look at another brown guy, but I don't know if I really care. Should we take a look at brown?
Sure. Yeah.
So this is going to be our final turn, and
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter what we get.
Oh yeah.
And it doesn't really matter. I guess it maybe slightly matters.
A little bit. It matters a little bit.
I don't know. Maybe let's take this green guy. Or this green guy.
I think red is the hardest for us to get.
Or should we look?
Yeah. That's
Mm.
And none of the other colors really matter that much over here.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, let's
Red's
do
the
that.
only one that we can't move. We can get easily get multiple brown and multiple blue.
Oh,
If we cover that up, it's not as good.
yeah, sure.
Which one do you think? This guy or this guy? No.
Hmm. I mean, I think ending around gold is the best.
Yeah, that's why if you do here, 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 we get that and we get that. And then
Like human,
here.
gold, if you look at your brown card, it says
Yeah.
human.
Oh, human, so you can't use gold. Okay.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about we're matching gold by moving that
Yeah.
there, then go there, then we got another match for gold. Then we go here, here, here,
Oh,
here.
were we supposed to
That
put this
gives
guy
us a
back?
match on blue. It gives us a match on there. And then here will give us a final match on blue.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Then we could absorb the red, not that we need it. I don't know. Yeah.
yeah, I think go for it. I think how we can get the most gold from
Yeah.
picking things up is best, and then outside of that it doesn't matter as much. But yeah, go ahead and do it.
All right.
Do
Are
it.
you guys are done, right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll get there,
Blues, browns,
blues,
blues,
and gold,
and 3 gold.
Then 3 gold there.
Yeah.
And then we can go ahead and abduct the 1 red. Not that it
Sure.
matters, but sure.
And the piles of gold.
All right.
I'm gonna trade these in for fibers.
Okay. So what do we want to do? What's the best thing for us?
I feel like just hitting these fibers is probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Just blocking this spot and then choosing either blue or brown.
What do they
Where
have
are
the
they
least
least
of?
likely to push? They have this equal numbers of blue and
There's
brown.
a ton of green on the board.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I think their turn. The only thing that matters is them getting gold
Yeah.
because they already have a ton of things. So yeah, I think we should go here for sure.
Yeah.
And go here. And so I guess the options is we could push green over to here, robbing them of the like easy ability to they couldn't score a fiver.
Yeah.
Um
Push one of these to 5 and then push green onto here.
Yeah. I think that seems
Brian, we
reasonable.
made a mistake. We
What
should have
was
taken.
this
We
thing?
should have taken the other green guy.
All right, let's push brown. Let's push
We should have
brown
taken that
over.
guy.
Okay.
It's not too
Uh,
late.
Push brown over to 5.
Okay.
Do it. Do it. Switch it. We're still gonna lose. Switch it.
And then
they'll push
What?
green over 2.
Yeah. Here we go.
Sure. We only have to spend one of those.
What is Oh, well, whatever.
I know, it doesn't matter.
So green goes over 2.
Mhm.
So we're gonna get 7 gold.
So I'll have to get a
And-
5 and 2 1s.
The second retcon of the evening is brought to you by Evan Helbert.
You What was the first one?
Creator of After the Empire. I don't know. There
What
was
was
one
the first
earlier.
one? I don't know.
I forget.
I
There
mean,
was
you guys,
another one.
You guys are gonna beat us anyway, so I'm not too,
What?
I don't feel too
What?
bad about it.
I don't know. You're not that far behind. You just need 30 gold. I think
Right.
Roasted.
It's fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it our turn? All right.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can take a Martian, I guess.
Okay. Lead us on a path. Obviously, end in a mountain, and we're gonna take those green guys plus all the gold next to all those green guys.
Yep, I like that plan. Yep.
I guess that means now we have to make lines of 3. Oh, nice.
Just kidding.
Nice. Yeah.
5 in a row.
I don't see any more.
Wait, how did you get that one?
No, we can't
Tell
get
them.
We can't do dog legs.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, we didn't take that one. Yeah.
There we go. You can get the 3 blue, but not the dog leg.
Look at all the humans you have.
Wait a second. You guys didn't end the mountain. What are you doing?
Yeah, you didn't end the
Oh,
mountain.
well,
Oh,
he,
shit.
he just had
Well,
to go
then I
on
would
instead.
have gone.
Oh.
Oh,
That retcon's
Don't worry
brought to you
about
by me.
Don't worry
the
about it.
third retcon of the evening is brought to
Don't
you.
worry about Don't worry about
That's-
it.
I thought you were gonna tell them that, Sasha. Like,
No, no, no.
no, they didn't enter the mountain.
That is a cool combo, though.
Yeah. All
I
right,
don't
so
think it
we
matters what we move, right?
no we ended
Yeah,
up
we
with
can't get anything. Might as well move 2 up.
82 gold.
There we go.
Get 2 gold.
2
That's 2
gold.
gold.
2 gold.
That's another 5-er.
Oh, this brown should have been here. If you
Oh,
had
cheater.
if you had 6 brown, you could.
We did
Score.
not have 6 brown.
I guess you could
Sorry.
have scored 3 if you moved the
Ah,
brown.
yeah. Let's move it. We get
We'll
one more
take
gold.
one more. Sure.
Yeah.
One more gold.
Too sweet.
Yeah,
That's a
Too
wrap,
sweet.
right?
GG's.
So that's round 1 of 3.
Yeah.
So I mean, so Brian and Evan, did you count yours? What'd you have?
We're at 82. I think they're at 60 something. I don't know.
50, 65, 66. Is that right?
16
guys
difference.
You guys are acting like they blew you out. That's a lot closer than I thought. I thought it would be like
Yeah.
90 to 40 or
You
something.
It's not that it wasn't a blowout. It's that we knew we lost for a long time. That's
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys were coming from behind, especially after you got that card that gave you 2 matches. Whenever you.
Double matches.
I'm glad that
well,
you
let's-
thought that.
let's move the feedback.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first? Sasha, I nominate thee.
What?
Or you like to wait till right before me? Huh?
I mean, I do like to wait.
Let's have Brian go first, in case he needs to dip out and go to bed too.
Sure, I can go first. I have a question first. I know you said you've been doing it for 3 years or, on and off. How many people have play tested it?
I mean, probably 20, 25.
Okay. Okay, so first off, I really liked the theme of it. My girlfriend was like, if it's my type of like weight game, I definitely want to play it because I like the feeling of like abducting little people. So I thought that was really cool. I liked the matching of like things based off of you moving them kind of reminded me of like one of those Candy Crush games or like where you swipe the candies and they swap positions. So I really like that on like a tactile version of that. I don't know if I've seen that before, which was fun. I liked you could level up your people and that they all kind of did a different thing. And overall, I think I had fun playing the game for the first hour. Some of the thoughts that I wrote down were only having 3 Martians active at a time. It's mentioned like in large text on this big arrow and then down here again. And I'm just wondering why I couldn't just have a 4th one. I don't know if like I want to play the game to the fullest. So like I was like,
I was literally thinking that while I was like, why don't I just make it 4?
like I leveled them up all the way. Like I'm taking from the big boys. I think it would make the game go quicker because you have more buffs to get stuff faster, and it feels nicer when you get to fill it up. So yeah, I wish I could have played the game in its most full state with all those pieces. The biggest thing that I had was it's really hard to count to 8 when some people can really only count to the way in this channel, the way it was described to me was people like to count to 2 or they like to count to infinity. And 8 was really hard for me to do in the sense that I couldn't like track it one by one as I went. And I think I don't have analysis paralysis, but I think if I did, I would have been stopped at like the infinite combos of how I could have moved. I'm glad Evan and I had like, okay, you take the mental load of doing it this time.
Yeah.
I'll take the mental load of doing it the next time. That was the hardest bit for me to do. And it got me thinking like, could you play this same game, but I move twice, you move twice, I move twice, you move twice. And just whenever you make a pair that you're able to collect on, you do it to try to reduce that mental burden and to kind of pass the ball back and forth a little quicker. Because I think the turns were long, although it did help that we would refill these and I could kind of plan my turn as he was finishing his turn. I did like that part of it, but I thought 8 was too high. And I understand why it was 8 because you could do a lot with it. But I think maybe if you could like do it in bite-sized chunks, it would feel a little quicker. Last thing was the part about how this was +3 -1, and I just thought that it was +3 goods, +1 bad for somebody else, or -1 bad for somebody else, but it was the opposite. It was good for the other team. So maybe there's some sort of postage that says like which way is negative. Maybe like reverse the arrow but keep the 1 or something. I'm not sure what the answer graphically is, but I think there might be one. And maybe it's because we didn't use the geologist a lot, but although the backgrounds had different terrain on them, to me it wasn't interesting until like the very end. I'm sure I could have gone a different way about it, but to me, I guess the way we played it didn't seem too important. I don't know if it was needed, I guess, but I'm not sure. And like Evan said, I felt like we kind of, not that I felt like I lost a while ago. I more so felt like I had fun for the first hour, and then like I really enjoyed all of the stuff I was doing. And then once I had maxed out all like a couple of these runs, and I liked the cards that I had, I didn't see an incentive to like get new ones, replacing the ones that I did have. But I liked how the game ends. I like filling these up to get us to the end of the game. Maybe there could be like less slots in the containment bay, and there like if there were 3 less slots in each of these 2 things, maybe that might quicken the game up by a couple rounds to try to. So I felt like I got lost eventually in the. It just seemed like there was. I was like, okay, I'll do it again. But I didn't want to feel that way. I wanted to feel excited to do it again. And towards the end, it was kind of like, okay, it doesn't matter what I do with all these cubes because I'm just going to fill in the generic sections of junk. And the last thing was, I wish, this is just me, I love using all my pieces. It would have been cool to like use gold to like as a wild to like do this or something, so it counts as a color because it might get me more points later. Or some spending of gold because it is gold. If you made it victory points, I wouldn't say that you need to spend it, but because you made it gold, I feel like I want to, and I can't.
Yeah.
But overall, I had a really good time, Brad. Thanks.
Cool.
Cool. Eric.
Yes, here, present. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
My computer crashed. I think I agree with, I like Brian's comment about the gold. I hadn't thought about that, but I think that's a good comment. Personally, for me, 8 wasn't that bad to track. Once they got the +4 movement, tracking up to 12 seemed a little whew. But 8 felt great. I don't know for me. So maybe it's a personal thing. Overall, let me just tell you, I really actually enjoyed this game a whole lot. It hit a lot of pleasure points. You know, I enjoy kind of playing these sort of puzzles on the phone where you slide them around and stuff like that. So I think you were hitting that sort of pleasure center of my brain very well. I also liked the way that you've incorporated abilities in how you can modify all of these. That was really interesting. It adds depth and elements that make me want to play it again. Let's see. A couple notes that I had, and there's not really a whole lot. The card that you have in here about populating already full sections, that card could slow the game down. And I kind of almost gave it away when I told Sasha, we don't want that card because they're catching up and we need the game to end. And
Almost.
so
He said it out loud.
No, we heard you. I just didn't want to extend the game.
no, I know, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, ideally, what Evan and Brian should have done was pick that card up and started filling in already full slots in order to have more turns, because you picked up your engine and you were speeding past us. So I am worried that, you know, if that card comes out in the first third of the game and someone gets it and they keep populating one of the top areas that everybody really liked, then that's really going to make your game slow down a lot. So that might be a card you might want to look at. I feel like you need a rule about how to populate the board at the end of the turn. From top to bottom, left to right seems the right way to do it. That's what we started early on in the game. People are just throwing down coins random willy-nilly. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This is a matching game. You can't do it like that. You can't, you need a rule, top to bottom, left to right, as they come out the bag. That way there's no possibility that anybody would cheat either consciously or subconsciously. You see a green, you're like, oh, I'm going to put it next to a green subconsciously. Let's see. That's I didn't really have a whole lot of notes. I really liked the game overall. Thanks, Brad.
Oh,
All right, Sasha.
Sweet. Yeah.
Toot sweet.
First off, yeah, I also really enjoyed the game. I think there's a lot of really solid moments and a lot of really solid feelings. We were definitely all were sort of getting into the game. Um, I do have I do echo a couple of the points that both Brian and Eric brought up. I think game length is probably a bit longer than I think feels right. I have a couple of thoughts on that I'll touch on in a second. And with that, I'm actually going to go to my notes and read through them and make sense of them. Okay, so first note. Yeah, the first note that I wrote down, the first thing before we even start playing, I wrote down physically slow to take a turn, question mark. I am sort of wondering, in the physical game, it does feel like the script is nice and makes it a lot smoother, or feel really smooth. I do sort of wonder how much that physicality of swapping things slows down the physical play. I don't know, but that was just something that I might be concerned about. Having not played the physical version, that was just my first thought that came to my mind. Our turn's already sort of taking a bit of time of sort of playing this out, and also having to like move it, like swapping places of two things a bunch of times on a physical board does seem like it might have some dexterity issues. I don't know. Maybe you already have a solution for that. But that
yeah,
was
when we play it in the physical, I have it with friction on the bottom of the UFO, so you actually use the UFO to
to
drag
push
the
it.
piece,
Okay,
and it
that's sort of
it
cool.
mostly works.
Okay, yeah, no, that is a good solution. I like that. I hadn't thought of that. Okay, neutral rule seems confusing. Oh,
The middle three.
I that's what I wrote that down as it was being explained. I think maybe it was just the explanation. After we started playing, I was less sort of confused about it. I think there's a little bit of confusion potentially in the if things moved or if they didn't move in a turn, that I would love if that could be done away with. But I get if it's like a balancing thing, I assume that's why it is there, is for a balancing thing. But having to track what moved and didn't move, and especially where we moved a piece and then moved it back to where it started, that will definitely be missed by people playing the game, because I didn't even remember that it started here. For some reason, I thought that it had started here, so I thought it had moved. And the fact that we moved it twice made it seem like we would definitely be scoring off of it. But yeah, so that was something that I wish that rule could be done away with. I understand balancing, but if there's some way to simplify that, that would be sweet. What does this was a confusion on one of the cards initially, but yeah, I love how a lot of these cards are simple in their language. It does mean that you'll need a big section of the rule book that really breaks down specific rules of how to work, which is not a big deal. But when I first read the one that was talking about moved gold, collecting moved gold, I was like really unsure on what that did as far as affecting how the board moved. Like, is it collected immediately? Is it collected at the end of the turn? If it is collected at the end of the turn, I have to track every gold thing that has moved. If it is removed from the board immediately, that could affect if I'm wanting to do like a circle movement, then I'm not like pushing something around, which could like, I don't know. That was just, I had several questions about it before we actually played with it. I don't think did anyone actually use that one? I don't think anyone actually used that one, but it was something. So I appreciate the quick, short language, but yeah, it definitely brings up questions. First player advantage. I wrote this with a question mark. I think there was like something to being able to get to the like center of the board first, that then like sort of limits the second player's options. It didn't feel like there was a situation. We also got first pick of the spots, and so in general, the second player would get last pick of spots. With when there's limited number of spots, that seems like that would matter. It's probably not a big thing, but maybe there is something where like the second player gets a little bit of gold or something, just to make it feel like there's not a first player advantage, or that like there's something to compensate that. This would be something that if you like play tested a bunch, just tracking how often the first player wins and how much the first player wins by how much, might be good to do. Card acquisition seems like it takes up a lot of space, with a lot of sort of blind choices. This was something that I wrote down initially. There's like this sort of big market of these cards that we definitely interact with, but it felt weird having them take up all this space, and then I don't see anything there. It's like all this space on the table where I don't see it. There's no information. As the game progressed, we started flipping over cards, but it just, I don't know what the solution is necessarily, or I could think of solutions, but that was just something that I thought of, is like the amount of the table space that is taken up by this big market of these cards, that we don't see anything there, and so it's like it's sort of nothing space. Obviously, you could like stack these piles on top of each other. They don't have to be spread out like this. For TTS, it makes it easier. So I get that. It's probably not a big deal. But that was just something when we first started setting up, it just seemed weird having this 4x3 row of cards with no information there. But yeah, having them just stacked up is probably fine. Gold on board seems really bad. That's a lot of these points were fairly early on. I think the gold on board is interesting because it sort of mucks up the board, and I think that is something that, yeah, I liked that it was sort of mucking up the board, and then there were some powers that dealt with that sort of interacted with the gold. But in general, it did feel like I wanted the gold on the board to be worth a little bit more or something to make me want to go for it. It wasn't until the final turn that it was like I actively want to go for gold. It was just like, if we get it, then great. But 2 or 3 gold here or there, I didn't feel like nearly as good as going for other things. Reduce components. Yeah, this was just, I do think that I don't know what these are planning to be in the game, but it did seem like there was a lot of them. It's probably fine if these are just like chipboard. It's not like that expensive, but it still feels like a lot of stuff. That was just a thought. I don't necessarily know if it is a problem, but that was just something that came to my mind. There's also all these gold tokens. It's just like a lot of bits, which would just like storing that, I feel like would take up a good amount of space for how much it's doing. But yeah, I don't know. The ideas for solutions I had for that was maybe overcomplicating things, so it might not be the correct direction. But I was just if is this something that you are planning on sort of self-publishing or finding a publisher for, out of curiosity?
I'd be looking to self-publish.
Sweet. Yeah, so I mean, this is something that you would then be figuring out on your own. But that was my first sort of thought, is that there just seems like a lot of things. But I don't know how it compares to other games, so maybe it's completely fine component wise. Cards feel good and power. Oh yeah, so this was something that I thought felt really good. The frequency of times where we'd flip over cards and we'd be like, oh, that's broken, was really high, which I think is great. I think it was fantastic when your game feels like, oh man, this is so broken. Oh, what they're doing is so broken. Oh, what we just got is so broken. Like, that is a really good feeling in a game, and I was really sort of impressed and liked how often that sort of felt. It felt like the power level of the cards felt pretty good. There are definitely ones that feel a little bit less powerful than others, for sure. But it wasn't just like there was one card that was completely it was just that one card that was the problem. It was just like there was a lot of cards that were the problem, but if all the cards are the problem, then nothing's the problem. I don't know if that's actually true, but that was my sort of feelings or thoughts on that subject. Is I liked the abilities; they felt cool, and I kept seeing new cards that kept feeling cool and being like, "Oh, I want that one," and seeing the other players get a card and be like, "Oh man, that oh, we're screwed." Those moments felt really good. In-game trigger felt like should be before players don't want to keep playing. That's
You don't say.
that was a poor way to say that, but I think what I would love to see, which sort of addresses a couple of the things that both Brian and Eric were saying, is I would love to see what the game would be like if you did away with the you can only do two drop-offs in a turn, because that rule like didn't matter at all until the end of the game or towards the end of the game. And it would make it so it's not like deterministic when the game is going to end. Like we got to the point at the end of the game where we had such an abundance of things that we all knew that we were going to do two drop-offs every single round, and so it was very clear to see what was going to be happening. It felt deterministic, whereas before that didn't feel as deterministic. And I think that Evan and Brian had this engine of getting tons of bits that they couldn't really do anything with, and if they could do more drop-offs, I think they might have been able to squeak out a victory. I don't know, and maybe this would totally mess up balance and everything, but that feels more interesting to me for that in later part of the game. It not only would speed up the game would end faster because the board got filled up sooner, but you'd also like with Eric bringing up the chief of staff card. I think this card would be totally fine if you could drop off as many times as you want. Sure, you could slow down the game a little bit, but like being able to do that in addition to fill up spots when you have a ton of tokens, that feels really that would be sweet. I really liked the idea of this, but with the game as is, I agree with Eric that it just would slow down the game too much. But I think you could speed up the game just by getting rid of that only two spots. Again, there might be balance issues, but that's something that can be fixed or adjusted, at least from my perspective. That was my feeling there.
Oh, just if I can
yeah.
really quick, Sasha, because I came up with an idea while you're talking the chief of staff card.
Yeah.
You can also cheese it. If we had gotten the chief of staff card, we could have gone to two basically already filled up locations so that the final turn would have ended back on us, and essentially it would have given the first player an extra turn.
But yeah, potentially that as well. I mean, we could have. Yeah. I think there's definitely a couple of ways that you could abuse that, but I think getting rid of the two per, just getting rid of that sort of deterministic feeling, and from my perspective would be good. Cards, yep, engage, yep. I was just curious, iconography wise, what that symbol means and why it's on that card.
No, because it shouldn't be anymore.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That means it should mean like end of turn, but I got rid of it.
Got it. Yeah, I was just curious because it was on
I was
one.
getting rid of it. I had the iconography that I was like, I should just say the words instead of have a symbol I use 3 times.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Cool. There was definitely a moment in the last bit of the game where it's like, what? The images on the map matter? I sort of wish that the images on the map mattered more, or earlier in the game. Maybe we just didn't come across them until later in the game, but like you have this board with all these symbols and stuff on it, and it felt like maybe it was a little bit busy, but I was like, okay, it's just sort of placeholder. But then when it's like, okay, that actually matters, that was like, oh, sweet. I wish that mattered more. um, or that I like had to think about it more. Abduct all enter city directly north of
Yeah, it only comes up into play in the brown cards, and I think you happen to skip
just
past
dodge
the
them.
first couple sets of them, and
Okay,
so
got
we
it.
didn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
miss out.
it was just a surprise, and it was like, oh man, that's like a whole
I
thing
know.
to play with. And we didn't play with it at all until the very end. Um, only two. Oh yeah, I already said that. Um, playing on. Yeah. Does. Oh, I feel like I got mixed messages. So, what does this +3 mean? Explain to me what the +3 means. Does it mean one thing up 3, or you can split it up however you want?
You move one reputation token up 3.
And what is this +4? Is it move one thing up 4 or split up however you want?
I mean, I should really what that I thought about this, but I need to update it. It should be right there. It should actually have that symbol 4 times, and each one should say +1.
Got it. Okay, so
That would be the better iconography that I've thought of, but I haven't updated yet.
got it. Because I definitely was. I did think that these were the same thing, but a different number. But yeah.
Yeah, so I
Obviously,
mean, right
again,
now I have it. It says
a gray
across
area.
any reputation, but there's a better way to represent that that I
Got it.
thought of.
Yeah, like my assumption was this was telling us the icon, and then all those words wouldn't fit after this, and so yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
But
that's
Yeah,
what
that's
you want.
that's
yes, exactly.
that's why I need a graphic designer because this
Yeah,
is me making everything in PowerPoint.
yeah, and there's no critique. It was just no critique of the game mechanisms, but yeah,
Yeah.
just UI. Um, uh, I think that is everything that I have written down. I just wanted to sort of circle back and say that I did really enjoy the playing of the game. I think there was some really good moments. To echo some of the points before, I I definitely get the feeling of 8 being a lot. I definitely uh I I can understand that. I think it's fine. Because like, yeah, obviously the AP people are going to try and figure out all their modes, but I am a very AP prone person. And I like it didn't take that long. I mean, obviously we played for a while, so it did take us a long time, but I don't think it took us that long to figure out what our path was going to be. Um, and it certainly helped being on a team where we could both sort of look, and then if there was one round where one person was not as locked in, then the other person would sort of take the lead. Um, uh, but 8 felt all right to me. I would be fine with it, and I think you could play this sort of the fast and loose version where you're just sort of moving and you just sort of accept where you've gone, and without having to do the super AP. I feel like I would always play it the very AP way where I'd figure out my exact path, and 8 is a little bit long for figuring out the exact path, but after the first like 2 rounds I didn't find it that hard to find my path. But yeah, that was my experience. Anyways, again, sweet game. I dig it.
Cool. Thanks.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, I agree with the weirdness in the middle of the neutral section where you only score them if they're moved. Was just like an extra step of like, wait, we did move, no, we moved that one back. Wait, no, that one it was only if we moved forward. We moved that one back one. Wait, what if we move this one forward one and that one back one? It just created a whole lot of like wait, like second
Mhm.
guessing,
Yeah.
and then figuring out things. So I would just, if you don't really need it, I would get rid of the thing and just like if it's sitting in there, you get to score it. Just gives you a reason to get it out of there, so the other people can't score it. Or you don't score it unless it's past a certain point or whatever. yeah, there were so many things going on that took so long for the other team to do that didn't benefit you. So that is to say, while they are doing stuff, we can't plan what we're doing on the board. Um, for the most part, um, we can't be planning what cards to buy, and we can't be planning it depends on the phase of the game. But at certain times, we can't be planning what things to fulfill on the spaceship. Um, once it's getting tighter, at least. Um, so what I just said isn't always true. It depends on the phase of the game. But at various points in time, there are various things that you just can't do much while you're waiting for the other player to play, and it's taking a long time. And that is one of many reasons that me personally, if I were developing this, would cut it down to 4 moves on a turn. I know Sasha's brain is bigger than mine, and he can totally handle doing the 8. My brain is not, and I also don't want to wait for AP players to plan out their 8. And yeah, so I would probably stick to 4 personally. There's yeah, we definitely, or I knew that we were losing for a very long time. And then even if we could have made a comeback with the variant strategy that we took of collecting a bunch more tokens, with the little thing, whatever our little cards did, we were unable to capitalize on that because you can't make more than 2 deposits. So actually, our variant strategy wasn't good.
Yeah.
'Cause-
What's funny is the whole 2 transports was really trying to be a balancing mechanism of like making sure no one can get too far ahead because you can only do 2 transports.
yeah,
But is it really deliver? A couple of things you guys have mentioned, it's like the 3 cards, the 2 transports, those are decisions like so long ago. And it's like, all right, should we put them back under the microscope? Because that's like, it's just been that way for a long time.
yeah, yeah. So I think, personally, like I would rather have somebody blow me out faster than string me along longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather just get it done and re-rack for a game like this than be like, yeah, we're gonna keep losing for another 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd be like, okay, great, now that's done, we can start again and we can not mess it up this time. Because at the end we have 16 unused chips and they have 10 unused chips, and I suspect for both parties involved, it doesn't feel great to have a bunch of stuff you couldn't use. And for us, it feels even worse because we had even more stuff we couldn't use, and we're like, we could have made those into points, maybe. But yes, I think 4 moves, cutting down the mothership by a third would be great. To kind of snap up the gameplay a little bit. And the card thing, I am impressed with your card powers. It's pretty rare to have. Is this your first design?
Mhm.
It's pretty rare to have a first time designer make this many unique cards that are all at least mildly interesting.
Thanks.
So that's actually pretty rad. There's so many of these, like Sasha was saying, it's like, oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. Like you kind of want them all. For me, that was less true of the patterns, just because I don't know why I didn't care about the patterns. But generally speaking, like there's so many cool, different little weird abilities that's pretty neat. And I think even though we had some confusion on what those powers meant, I think they can be massaged. to be much more clear without having to lose some of the fidelity of all the differences that you have in there. So I think those cards are really cool, but and really add to the replay interest in the game. But what I think would be, for me, the way the cards are working is leading to maybe more game slowdown than I want and way too much visual field distraction than I want.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, like so much of the game space is taken up by those cards that start blank and eventually turn face up in ways that you might plan for, but not often because most of the time it's cards that people passed on. Um, Not that a card they passed on would be good for us, but it just gives you. It takes up a lot of space, and then it starts taking up a lot of brain space for minimal gain, right? Because my brain can only pay attention to so many visual fields at once and manage so much visual information. And if I have a whole field of 12 cards out there, or whatever, how many are face up, that everybody passed on, and I have to like reconsider them however many times uh, throughout the gameplay, that's just a lot of extra brain space taken up. Where I could be thinking about the actual cool um, parts. And so I don't actually have a recommended solution.
Oh, I was hoping you did.
Well, I mean, my go-to is a biro.
Is it what?
Is a biro. You know, there's 5 cards available, and you spend your money on them or whatever. But then you lose some of the cool stuff you have going on, where you know you're powering up your skill level in that thing in engineering or whatever. And I do like that you're powering up those things by abducting those humans, right? Because I guess you're gaining their expertise, which is an interesting question as to what exactly is happening there. But but I do like some aspect of that gating your access to the higher power cards without just like spending. Hey, this one costs $15. You know, do you think you're going to get $15 out of it? It's a little less interesting, but it solves my what I want to see. Because then you can just buy the higher power card. But I like the gates on it. I just don't like how many options are up there and how I cannot be evaluating them while someone else is going because I'm going to draw 2 and pick one. And I don't even know which stack I'm going to draw from, you know? So that's the benefit of a biro is you can be evaluating while someone else is taking their turn. And like, you know, scheming and being like, oh, I hope they don't take that one guy. Um, you know, which we started to have a tiny bit of that at the end because there were so many cards face up that for me it's just like way too much information all face up. And most of it was irrelevant at. So I don't know what the right answer is, but I would love some kind of a biro, which is difficult to do in a tiered card system. Right? That's why you don't see a ton of biros with tiered card systems. Because it just, like, I understand why you did it the way you did it. But I think there's an opportunity for some sweet middle ground where you can keep your expertise tiering, but not have it lead to a biro where nobody can buy anything. You know, because that's the danger of the biro with tiering is what nobody can buy any of it. Now it's just a dead biro. And then you have to manage a dead biro, which isn't impossible. It's just another pain in the ass. But I think there's an opportunity in there somewhere. Yeah, this is a lot of chits, but that's okay. You know, cubes are
I
probably a little cheaper. They're probably easier to
cubes, you
manipulate on
think?
a board. Yeah, I think 140 cubes is going to be a lot cheaper than 140 chits, but I could be wrong. I haven't priced out a game manufacturing in a long time, but
Yeah, I have debated if maybe each player has an icon that they put on the mothership, and then the chits just go back in the bag, and I could probably
oh, that
cut
could be,
the
yeah,
amount in half.
it could be.
Um, but
Um, but and yeah, second player in your current version could definitely get screwed out of equal numbers of turns, which in a game like this doesn't feel good. I guess in
mhm.
most games it doesn't feel good. Like let's assume it was a close game, so we had the potential for a good end feeling, right? Where you're like, oh, you guys almost got us. Um, if they ended up getting one more turn and they barely beat us, and then the game's over, that sucks all the air out of that victory and out of that loss. Because it's like, well, we didn't get as many turns. Of course you won. Of course you won.
Mhm.
So I think there's some players don't seem to care about that, and I don't know why, and that's fine. But but to me, it's a big deal. Also, whoever goes second has a higher chance of being blocked in by the first player in a way that's like we have less options and started at a disadvantage. We literally couldn't move into that space, and there was one less token near us. Um, so playing from second felt like a disadvantage. Whether or not it ended up being a big factor, probably not, but it feels like a disadvantage. If you can only move four, the disadvantage is going to be less in that regard because you can't actually walk over to me and get in my way. But what else? Yeah, I think the luck of the chips coming out is interesting. It feels weird when they come out in a three in a line, and all you have to do is like go over and go out back. Um, but I think that's fine. I think it's just the nature of the beast. Um, I liked that the gold was on the board. What else? Yeah, yeah. I think that's it. Um, I like the general premise. I like the card powers. I want the card buying to be more and give me something to plan for and look towards rather than just be like, oh wow, here's a decision you have to wait for me to make.
Yeah.
What else? I liked the staging of the learning the skills and being able to get better powered people. Cut the cut the game time down. Uh,
I've been fighting that for so long.
I
You
mean,
should see how many spaces the mothership used to be and
oh
how much
no,
movement it used to have.
yeah, I would definitely cut this down by like a third at least.
Right now, if everyone plays 2 transports, it's 6 turns.
Right.
But it's incredibly hard to do two transports on the first turn.
Yeah, you guys very much avoided what most people do, which is play the containment bay.
Mm.
So you
What's
Yeah,
the
guys
containment bay?
saved and
Oh,
it didn't
skipped
seem
the
very
cheap
good.
buy. So, which is I don't know. I don't know what that means. What's interesting is everyone kind of plays it differently.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people, that containment bay fills up first, like
yeah.
filled up, and now you have to make decisions. But
Yeah.
generally you're more powerful. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're going to have some players that blow through a game of this in 20 minutes.
Probably not. It's
You know,
still,
but
me and my wife can play in like 30, 35, and
yeah,
we play.
I think
So I
that's
don't
a
think it'll get much
nice.
faster.
I think up to about 45 is pretty nice with a game
Yeah.
like this. Um, but I think you do need to, um, at the very least, limit some of the factors that slow down the waiting for turns, um, if not total game length. For me, I would say total game length also, but cool. That's what I got. Is there anything that anybody else kind of came up with or wanted to mention?
I just one of the ideas, sort of riffing off of what you were saying. I this is not like shrinking down the card sort of thing, but I would be interested in it. Addresses half of what Evan was saying. I'd be interested if these piles were just face up at the beginning of the game, so I could like plan. Oh, I want to get that level 2 one. I love that level 2 one, so I'm gonna try and get this color so I can get that level 2 one that I want. Like that, like being able to plan for that would feel really cool. Like upgrade in this game, we didn't know any cards beforehand, so I don't. I was going in blind anyways, and we were just getting as many tokens as possible. But I would have really liked having that sort of incentive of I want this color because I want to get that card, because that card's going to make my strategy go crazy. Like not being able to do that, I was just whatever gets me the most tokens in a turn is the best move. And I would have liked to have that balance of do I want to get the most tokens in a round, or do I really want to get that color so I can get that card sooner? That would have felt really interesting strategically to me. And having a face up market does that. And the simplest, the like smallest tweak to how the game works currently is just starting with these decks flipped over, and this is just what's available. So you can get the top card of any of the decks, and then once that top card's gone, it just the card underneath it is now there. I don't know. That maybe slightly exacerbates the first turn advantage because they get like the first pick of things, but they only get one of the things, and the thing that is under the card that they take could be the one that they actually wanted, or even better, or something. So I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I do. I think I would really enjoy playing the game with all these piles just flipped over and being able to like strategize up the tech tree. That's what sort of feels like is a tech tree, but yeah.
I'll throw on one other idea I had when folks were talking about cutting down the number of moves you can make. If you do that, what I think would be an interesting test run would be as you're moving. So you move once, let's say, and then you collapse 3 and then instantly replace them. And then you can move a second time to try to collapse more, something like that.
When you guys suggest, this is my least favorite of your suggestions because I'd have to redo everything. So,
Oh no, I go back
I'm
to what I
mostly
originally said.
just teasing, just because it's like some of you guys say change a buy row or whatever. Fundamentally, that's not changing too much, right? This one is like, oh, that's a lot. I'm thinking about it. Oh, that's a lot of play testing.
No, for me, the 8 was easy for me to, not easy, but I mean, it was
Show
fun.
off.
It was
I
actually too
was
easy.
able to,
I wanted like 30 moves.
yeah.
We saw
Just
that
kidding.
+4 movement, and you were so jealous.
Uh,
Right? What I could have done with 12 movement. Right, and
it could have
Evan.
been a
Could
contender.
have been somebody.
But I do. I mean, your suggestion though is literally not one I thought about. I think what you suggested, Brian, of like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So I don't even know what does that change to the game. So it's definitely something I'd want to play around with.
Yeah, it's worth trying. My counterpoint to that is then I have to wait for you to fill out tokens also.
Yeah.
On your turn. But could be interesting. Any other last minute thoughts?
Can I have a rebuttal? Some feedback to you guys?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I appreciate all of you guys playtesting. This is fantastic. And then, honestly, I've never had two teams of people, so hearing your guys' dialogue through the whole thing was awesome as well. If you guys been like, "What do you think of this?" or "Oh, look at that card," and you just don't get as much. People will talk out loud when they're playing a game, but not at the same scale that you guys all just did. So that was actually super cool to see. Good feedback. You guys should see how many sticky notes I have right here on my desk. I've tried to take notes for everything you guys are saying. Definitely some of the guys, things you brought up, it's like the number, how much I can like iterate on the game, or like I've mulled over things. One of the things that we just didn't play this way, and it's probably the newest version of the game. I should have had you guys play this game is, there's a little bit slower progression in terms of getting cards. Like you can't jump to 2, you have to go from 1 to 2 to 3. And that would have, I think, actually sped up your turns a little bit because you've had less complicated cards out of the gate. And you'd have never got to, I just have all level 3 cards. I like them. I don't feel like selecting more cards. So you'd have gotten through more cards over the course of your game. And hopefully you'd have enjoyed kind of, hey, we don't have that one anymore. We have this one and it's a little bit better. You'd have played with a variety of cards. So I don't know why I didn't tell you that rule. We probably should have just played with that rule, but that was one of the things that we didn't. Just trying to make sure if everyone gets all level 3 cards every game they play, in my opinion, that's probably not the right progression as you kind of work up that tech tree, I think as Sasha was saying. So and then the end game is definitely something I've worried about. I don't have an answer, but when you fill up and there's only the containment bay left, and it's like, all right, I'm going to do 2, you're going to do 2, and the game's over. I've not loved. I've debated if the game ends when there's 2 spots open, just so that there's probably going to be more than just one option for you as the game wraps up. But I haven't really kind of pulled the trigger on anything like that, but just kind of things I've been mulling over. But no, overall, yeah, it was really good feedback. I appreciate it. I was trying to see if I had any other notes. Interesting, I think, as you guys look at the cards too, I'll tell you what, that's really hard to balance and try to think what do I actually think is good? You guys love that once per turn, 1 less human requirement needed for transport, that red card that you guys had. I'm pretty sure I've done the math on it 4 times, and I'm I don't know why everyone loves that card that plays it. Anybody gets it, they love it. I'm I think it's worse than other cards. I don't know why everyone keeps.
I think it just gives so much flexibility is the main reason that I like it. It makes it so easy for us to do any one of these without that much planning.
Its value 1 chip. Isn't that
it's,
you had
it's one of any chips?
It's one of any chip, and these are trading 1 for 1. This is trading almost 1 for 1. This is not trading 1 for 1. This is not trading 1 for 1.
But I think you had a researcher card that was abduct 2 adjacent humans.
Yeah, we didn't get that till
almost
later.
Twice the value, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Passed by that one and kept the red one. So I don't know, certain things like that. It's interesting. Some people who play, they love the shape cards. The fact that you guys all skip past the card that if you move gold, you collect it is interesting, because that one is generally people's favorite card, and it's so every time. It's probably a good thing. I look for patterns as different people play test, and I'm not finding them. So maybe that's a good thing, but I keep expecting to find, I got to tweak this. And then new people play and they'll have a different strategy or different favorite cards, which I don't know why. I think it's good, but I keep thinking that it's a problem.
The one little thing that I just wanted to say is I liked having powerful cards earlier in the game, and I think I would like the game less if I wasn't able to get powerful cards until much later in the game.
Yeah,
Um,
I want to get powerful cards, not all of them.
Well, I think
Balance.
that concept is definitely very contrary to this idea of wanting to make the game snappier. I think if you want the game to be snappy, you give people powerful stuff like pretty quick, and they can get more powerful stuff pretty quick. If you want them to not have all level 3 cards, then have the game end sooner, not have it so that you have to like step up to it. At least that's my perspective.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, no, I guess that's my feedback. So I appreciate it all, guys. This is, I mean, it's super, super good feedback. And I think the biggest thing for me is, like I said, the people I play a lot of board games with, they're intro to board games, right? They haven't played a lot of complex stuff. So I've actually been to some conventions lately and got more seasoned people playing the game, and the feedback's been a lot more eye-opening for me.
Cool, awesome, man. Any last minute questions or things that you're concerned about that nobody really addressed?
No, I mean, one of the things that I just know I need is a graphic designer. So like, you guys, I can't believe you didn't complain about why do aliens care about gold? I've heard that one a lot.
No,
Like,
actually,
the dumb victory point you have, come up with something better.
Gold. If you are into ancient alien theorists, gold.
I clearly am. Yep,
gold is one of the main reasons that the Anunnaki came to Earth.
Oh,
so I'm in.
Okay, there we go. That's all helpful.
Yeah, lean into it. You need to get that information so the next time someone says, "Why is it gold?" you can like, boom.
They came to Earth to mine the gold.
Yeah, it's a conductive element that's required in building and maintaining their spaceships.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's in their circuits. It's throughout the ship.
It's needed for aerospace travel.
We've all justified it in different ways at this point, so
yeah,
it's okay.
My justification is it's universally simple, and everyone knows what gold is.
Cool, awesome, man. Thanks for coming on and letting us play your game, and hopefully through this experience, you've at least grabbed one or two little things that will help move the game in a direction that ends up being better for it. That's what we're trying to do here, and hopefully somebody watches this video and can apply at least one little thing to their game that they're working on. Let's tell everybody at home how they can find and support what we're all working on. Sasha, how can people find and support what you're working on?
Oh man, how can people find and support what I'm working on? On TikTok, I'm Sasha Jolton. I outpost things on there occasionally, just sort of things I'm working on. Sometimes it'll be sort of game design thoughts. Other times, I don't know. It's generally all game design related. So that's probably the best way to follow me. Or I'm around in Facebook groups and stuff. So if you're on Facebook and you're in board game groups, you could feel free to search me up. I'm there.
Eric, I know you love this question. How can people find and support what you're working on?
You can, so on Facebook, I've got a group for the current game that I'm going to be pitching at Gen Con called Pop NATO. You can join that. You can join Meetup group for Sacramento board game designers, Facebook group for Sacramento board game designers. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, Brian, what can people do to find and support what you're working on?
You can go to emberleafgames.com and get added to our email list for when we launch Fame and Fortune. You can come see us at Gen Con. That'll be fun. We'll be there in 2 weeks. You can scan this QR code. That'll bring you right to our website.
Nice.
And buy, what was it, like 97 copies of Fame and Fortune.
There you go. It sounds like good advice. Brad, how can people find and support what you're working on?
Yep, you can check me out on Instagram and Facebook. If you search right now for the Mothership, you can find the page and follow me there.
Cool, awesome. And you can go to Gray Fox and or your local game store and buy After the Empire at least 17 copies per person that you know. That's the best way to do it. That's the way to show you care in these troubled times. Thanks for showing up, everybody. I really appreciate y'all. I
Folks
think
in
that's
chat.
it. What's that? Oh, let's check the chat. Yeah, what have we got in the chat?
I don't think there's anything new
Nobody
in
else
chat,
is
but
in there anymore. Everybody left us. All
shout
right.
out to those folks.
Oh.
The queen of refuse. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming. We